let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safely Liquid Beer for the podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
It's not static, AM radio.
It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock and log in with some sirloin bites.
Strikeouts, base hits, double plays. Take the field, hear the roar on the crowd. Come on, Marlins, make us proud. Come on, Marlins, make us proud. Keep hoping and dreaming that you will soar. With a little faith and love, one strike, two strikes, swing away. A diving catch, a stolen base. A perfect game, a triple play. Another playoff race, yes. World Series champs will pay. Keep hoping and dreaming that you will soar. With a little faith and love, you will soar. Keep hoping and dreaming that you will soar.
6:08 on a Tuesday morning. Happy Halloud to many of you. I will say the Halloud crew was missed at the Nasty Bash.
Missed actually and missed emotionally.
Yeah,
Yes.
we know Grumpy Cat was busy, but
Yeah.
Normology and Berlando, where
What's
were
your
you guys?
excuse? Yeah.
Where were you guys?
And a ham slice, if you want to go that far. But Berlando running around there in those sweatpants shorts would have been an added treat to the evening.
That would have been pretty incredible.
Normology already has some legendary stock built up in Nasty Bash.
I'm wondering if Normology's wife won't let him go to the Nasty Bash.
He gets a set amount of evenings a year.
But, I mean, Nasty Bash was phenomenal. But Berlando in those shorts pulled up and Normology with the shirt off and going up to everybody else going, take your shirt off.
Not asking.
That would have added to it, I think, a little bit as well. What's going on, everybody? Thank you very much for joining us this morning. It is the Nielsen Show today and every day, brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson,
whoa. Weiss Johnson. Whoa. Get a new Train furnace right now and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. Toss in the air conditioner, the heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater, 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit WJSportsTalk.com and book an estimate today. I am Dustin Nielsen. He is Lieutenant Eric.
Yes.
YouTube Trev was here just moments ago. but he walked down the hallway, and I'm assuming he'll be back at some point.
He's out.
He's gone for now. You can text us anytime. That'll get you into the old Paris Jewelers inbox. 780-218-9999. You can shop in stores, West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert Center. And, of course, you can shop on what they like to call in the business the internet. ParisJewelers.com. They're Canadian and family-owned, and they've got flexible payment options such as do not pay for 1 year. Hello. That's pretty impressive. And we'll get to a few of your text messages as we work our way through the show. Nasty Chat's already hopping. If you are listening on 95.7 this morning, if you are not near a radio later on in the morning, you can stream the show and you can stream Edmonton Sports Talk, which is brought to you by Play Alberta, all day long. Just download the free iHeartRadio app, download the free TuneIn Radio app, come on over to YouTube. Just go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com and listen on the live audio player, and you can listen to the station all day long. We will be live up until 6 o'clock this evening.
And Riverhawks baseball this evening as well at 7:30 as they try to lock down a
so
playoff
Reed
spot on the
Wilkins
road,
show
so.
to 6, and then Riverhawks broadcast
7:30.
at 7:30 tonight. And the Riverhawks game 1 of a 9-game road trip to end the season. And we'll have it here for you on Edmonton Sports Talk. A little bit of a date controversy here.
Well,
We have a mixed...
what did he say specifically yesterday?
Well, last night on Chore Draft, and if you missed the Chore Draft, we're going to get into it. We got some business we're trying to take care of here today.
Yeah.
But if you missed the Chore Draft last night, Matt Awanek said on the Chore Draft that today is the 1-year anniversary of our first day broadcasting from these new studios.
Sure. But Surveyor Brett,
who's like...
station historian.
Exactly.
And Brett also popped up, last week with the anniversary of the screw job at Remax, to which Maddie wasn't happy about either.
Well,
so now
I wouldn't be happy either if I screwed you guys
I
out
know,
of the contest.
but Brett made point of it, and now they're butting heads again. He says 1 year since last day at the original EST HQ, and he says your first noise complaint.
When we were leaving.
Yeah,
I don't remember that. Do you?
the noise complaint.
I don't remember.
I don't.
That doesn't add up.
No.
Oh, I do actually. I do remember having the noise complaint there, but it was about a month before we left. Wasn't on the last day.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you remember our first show here? We didn't have the studio lights in. So it was
I
just so bright.
yeah.
He said first noise complaint lodged 2 days prior.
Okay, 2 days prior. That might make sense.
So I don't know if that
When we
jogs
were
your
leaving.
memory. But
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
who's it from? Ivan? Like downstairs?
It was from that guy.
I think it was from the
I know,
landlord.
yeah.
It was the landlord, but she was angry we were
Yeah,
leaving, and
that's
I was
Right.
mad at her.
Okay, yeah.
She was
But it
just
was
bringing up
from the lady who was
Tattoo?
right next to us.
The lawyer who always had the alarm going off during our show in the morning.
Not the
Is that
lawyer.
the one?
she's
Counselor?
Oh,
you lay down on the couch.
Yeah.
Psychiatrist, yeah.
Psychiatrist.
So
She's the one with the alarm going off. If
yeah, she
anybody's
always
having
had an alarm
complaints, I
going
mean,
off. I know, it should have been us. We didn't complain about anything.
No.
We haven't had any noise complaints since we're here. Mind you, the people downstairs at Benjamin Moore Pates did say that they could hear when somebody scored in the World Cup. Because Gager and Hernan were just like, oh, they are banging on the floor. So yeah, that was kind of funny. All right, we'll lay out the show for you, then we'll dive into. Well, we got a lot to dive into. We got morning announcements coming up. Off season, what off season?
what off season indeed?
The Oilers golf at Zach Hyman's tournament, and then they also speak.
Over the moon, ecstatic.
We've got select clips that I randomly found online of McDavid and Hyman chatting.
Chris Fuller asks anyone know when the captain's skate is.
Yeah, Chris, I love you, man, but you're sick.
Yeah.
I saw that today, and I just thought
He's
you're
joking.
sick.
He's joking,
You're sick.
right?
That's got to
Damn
be.
well better be.
It's got to be a hilarious joke. I put it in my phone as Chris Fuller tells hilarious joke in the nasty chat. Trev, were you excited to hear what they said at golf?
Yeah, that was fascinating stuff. It was riveting, life changing.
Well, if you want it, we're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
A little segment
I was-
we like to call
Damn.
off season. What off season?
What off season?
I
Yeah.
was more blown away by McDavid's swing.
Yeah.
He's the greatest hockey player in the world, and he's also a good golfer. That's a great swing. That's That's a great swing.
That wasn't a
on.
great swing.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't a. You're going to call it a great swing?
See Happy Gilmore swing?
I want to golf
See
with
Happy
you.
Gilmore swing?
I want to golf with you, man.
Happy Gilmore pumps at 400, and he looks pretty similar to that.
No, he doesn't look anything similar.
He
to
looks
that.
even crazier. Happy Gilmore does.
I think Happy Gilmore looks smoother with his swing than Connor did with the hurricane jerk at the end of it. Anyway, we're gonna get fired up for Gemco fireplaces. A few different reasons to be fired up, so we'll get into that. And hey, if you are a fan of sports talk interviews, do we have a show for you today? It's gonna start at 7:05, and you know what time of year it is? NFL camps are opening.
It's a real balanced diet, actually.
It
that
is
we brought forward here. Yeah.
We are touching all the bases today. We're going to start with our NFL previews. We try to hit as many teams as we can between now and the beginning of the NFL season. We're going down to Jacksonville. You know it.
They say they have the best draft in the entire NFL. Are you surprised to hear that?
Certainly not. The first year we took it to the limit. And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
It's been 20 years since then. We haven't been too strong in the last few years.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules. You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
Jags fan.
City
Roberta
Step, Damon Bunting. Wake
Roberta
up.
Ann Montgomery.
Yeah.
She's a beauty.
I think, what was it that hurt? Mark Long always tries to provide a bit of an update, right? Like
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Didn't he say like the hurricane may have got her or something a couple years back? Like,
we are almost certain that it was him interviewing her, and as you will hear later on, it's not him, but it sounds just like
he
him.
denies it, but can he prove it?
Jags went from 4-13 to 13-4, and all of a sudden the investment's looking pretty good. We're going to get into that with Mark Long just after 7 o'clock. Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. Josh Lewenberg is going to join us. We're going to talk some NBA East. What's the latest with Kawhi? How do the Raptors factor in? His thoughts on LeBron going to the Sixers. The Knicks are still obviously the best team in the East, but what's the rest of it look like? Looking forward to just catching up with J-Lou.
Yeah.
So he's going to join us just after 7:30. Weekly confessions. I had a confession already roll into the inbox this morning. Let me give you this one.
Yeah.
I was very excited
Nasty
when I met
Bash
this
one?
guy. A Nasty Bass confession. Dirty Don texts in. Says, good morning, guys. Early confession. I didn't put Dirty Don on my name tag because I was timid in introducing myself at the bash. Mostly because I didn't want to bother you guys since I knew you guys stay very busy, even at the Nasty Bash. Didn't want to take up anything you had scheduled. But I saw the Don name tag. I think he had just a Don name tag. And I was like, Don. And I was like, the Dirty Don. And it was great. Dirty Don, you throw Dirty on there next time, buddy. Legendary status. Like
You get dirty.
he was buzzing high going into that thing, right? So that was Dirty Don, man. You got to own that. You got to own that handle, buddy.
Somebody else might grab it.
Yeah, somebody
mean, you
else-
know.
Yeah, you never know. We got kind of easy trivia. We've had 7 in a row, 3 questions too many. And then just after 8:30, a guy who's always a wonderful guest and always needs a reminder 20 minutes early. So somebody remind me at 8:10 to text Dave Naylor. And then Dave Naylor will join us just after 8:30
I like
today.
the thrill of the alarm, actually.
You gonna put it in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? It's
Because we'll be in the middle of probably
Exactly.
3 questions at the
And it'll
time.
bounce off. We're like,
We'll
what
be
the hell is
busy.
that?
We'll get an alarm. We'll go, what's that supposed to mean?
8:10. There we go.
So, yeah. Mike, the Michigan fan, texts into the Paris Jewelers inbox and says, Connor's swing is horrendous. With that $12.5 million he makes, he should take some lessons. I'd say this. I like the fact he doesn't have a great swing because that means he hasn't had a lot of time to golf over the last few years because they've been trying to win a Stanley Cup.
The one thing you can't learn at Gary Roberts' place.
Yeah. Apparently, Gary Roberts also has a horrible golf swing. Beef Nips is in and says, Dusty saying I have a silky smooth swing at the hole-in-one challenge back in the day has been the highlight of my sports career. Connor's swing was meh.
I like how he carries that with him. That's it.
I'm glad I can make an impact like that at a
Power of
random
words,
hole-in-one
man.
contest
Yeah.
In the past. So that's excellent.
I mean, you said it
news.
to everybody, but
Yeah. 6 o'clock hours brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Bum, 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 bum. 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell. They are your power play specialists. Ewell's got the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. And of course, you can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Shout out to Firehouse.
Yeah.
They're our sponsor of the hotline on the show, but they gave us a little deal on dinner last night.
Worked well.
And we each ordered our own sub. We did a video last night of all the different subs we had. You had
pepperoni meatball.
How good is that pepperoni on top
Dude,
of the meatball?
well, and Reed pointed out too, because he just got the normal meatball one, but they cave in their bread.
Yes, they do.
As just a little holding. So the meatballs go in, you got the cheese and the marinara, and then pepperoni just splattered across the top. It worked out really well.
It's insane.
Very happy with that one, yeah. I was thinking, it's a sandwich with 2 parts, and you have a meatball sandwich, and then they're popping out all over the place. This is perfect. Fully contained.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's delicious. That is probably my number 2 favorite one behind the smokehouse.
Real good.
The smokehouse beef and cheddar.
It was good on you too because we all order our own sub. There's no
worrying about it. The only guy who had any issues with anything, Maddie didn't want onions.
Yeah, Hernan ordered
Hernan wanted jalapenos.
Those are getting at him, eh?
Well, yeah. So I was texting with the regional manager yesterday for Firehouse, and I said, "Hey, can we also get a side of jalapenos?" And gave us a big side. Maddie was taking some of those. Hernan was loving it. Trev, what did you get? What was your Firehouse sub last night?
Brisket hat trick.
Brisket hat trick.
Go-to.
You and Gager both had those.
Yeah.
That was yummy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I haven't had the brisket hat trick yet.
No, yeah, you have. Yeah, you have.
Oh, yeah, we had them actually when they were doing the promotion on the show.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. No, I love it. I
ever since then I've been.
Problem is, I love that one that I got last night so much that I very rarely mix it up.
And
When
which
I do
one was
mix it
that?
up, the smokehouse beef and cheddar.
Right.
I won't change it up ever. That'll be my only sub.
Brisket hat tricks.
Oh, you got to try them all, man. Like their cold ones are good too. Like I think Zach got the cold cut.
Zach got the club on a sub, and he couldn't say it properly.
Like their
on the video.
Italian is really good.
Yeah,
their Italian sub.
That's what Blue Guy got last.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I should maybe try. I've only ever had the meatball, the pepperoni meatball, and then the one that I had
try
last
them
time.
all. Like they're all little. But the only one thing was in Reed Wilkins' lack of pop. No soda last night.
I know. I stopped and I got chips, which I don't even think we touched.
No, we didn't.
So when I went into the store and got chips, I should have got pop instead. A splash of Coke for Reed Wilkins.
Splash of Coke.
That's okay. It's not the end of the world, I guess. All right, let's dive into your morning announcements here. Morning announcements brought to you by Hattie's Golf Shop. Golf swag you won't find anywhere else. Visit hatties.golf. Use the code NASTY15 and you get 15% off online orders. If you're looking for some new golf swag that, as they say, you won't be able to find anywhere else and it's extremely comfortable, check out hatties.golf today. Trev, throw up Hatties there. All right. So we had our chore draft last night. We had a staff meeting last night. The chore draft, I got to tell you, if you were listening on 95.7, people do find the chore drafts very entertaining. You can go back and find it. It's archived over on YouTube right now.
A quick watch.
Yeah, it's like,
it's like
15 minutes.
Coffee break watch.
Yeah, pretty simple. I know.
You got to start underlining your 4s. Apparently, you didn't underline the 6
enough
and the 9s.
with these guys.
I'm so happy.
Matt, what did Maddie think it was? An H?
No, I thought it was a
Yes, that was
5.
an
Like enough of these guys.
Because when you put
it's
it at
clearly
its
a
side
4.
and a 5 when it was on.
If you turn a 3 sideways, it's an M.
My
Just
5
hold
looked
it
like
up
an S.
properly.
Well, how do you know which way is properly?
You know what? Somebody else write the letters for or the
I
numbers
will.
for
I
goodness
will,
sakes.
please.
You're going to take over
Yes,
number 5,
yes.
then I'm out.
I don't mind
Okay.
you writing though in letters like
It was
one.
so
I can't write. That's no, you wouldn't be able to read it. People are like, I can't read this. This 1 looks like a 3.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. It ticked me off. Okay, so here are the results. I kicked my water over. Here are the results of the chore draft last night. Gager had first pick, Jay had second pick, Reed had third pick, Maddie, Eric, Zach, Trev, Hernan, Dusty, Benny. 1 through 10. There was 1 free spot. There's 9 chores. Joaquin Gage had first pick, took recycling. More on that in a second. Glue Guy had second pick, took garbage. Reed Wilkins had the third pick, took the bye, took the free spot for a couple of months.
Because he's on vacation and
he's on vacation for a couple of weeks. Didn't want to miss anything.
Well,
that's a commitment, man.
pretty good.
Matt Awanek took laundry. Lieutenant Eric in the 5 hole took dusting. Zach took mopping. Trev selected one of the 2 vacuum spots. Hernan came in and selected kitchen. I took bathrooms, and then Benny took vacuuming as the other spot. So Trev and Benny are on vacuuming. So Hernan, as he's about to pick, Gager pulls him aside and says, if you take kitchens, I'll trade you for recycling. So Hernan's like, okay. So he takes kitchens. They pull the trigger on the deal straight up.
Straight up.
Why would Gager take recycling first overall and then trade it straight up for the thing that was drafted 8th? Like, I honestly think it's too much collusion in this damn.
Well, he prefers it so much.
Then just. Well, I guess technically he couldn't have taken it first.
No, there's
That's
nothing
the
else you
problem.
can do. So this is
So
going to
he
be
had to do via trade.
this is going to be a continuous theme going forward.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
whoever
same
gets
with me.
whoever gets kitchen. Well,
I wouldn't mind it. And a lot of people, again, where'd you pick that? You picked that second last?
bathrooms I took second
Bathrooms
last.
doesn't have a lot of value for people. However, with me,
So you
I
would
don't
like
mind.
bathrooms again?
I not
I
necessarily
think there's
would like it.
I think there's a conversation
Dusting is
here.
fine, but you got to sweeten the pot here.
Well, and I'm
can't-
willing
Yeah,
to sweeten the pot.
Yeah.
Dusting was first overall pick. You had it when.
Yeah, Dusting's
On
great.
this thing, it was a 5th overall pick. What are we
Which is-
talking about?
I know. I don't know why it fell. Like, that's crazy that glue guy didn't.
Yeah, good value at it. Good value on
Yeah,
Dustin.
I know. I couldn't believe it was
Extremely
still
good.
there.
So what's it going to take for bathrooms plus what to get Dusting?
Well, you called me last night, and I was
did.
a little surprised.
Live on
and
the
then,
show.
I mean, obviously, we had the deal. I had the deal with YouTube Trev about with the beer.
And you gave him a free spot. You're still giving me a chore,
Yeah,
right? And what was that, beer every couple of weeks?
mostly. Yeah,
And you said you don't want beer anymore.
a couple of smaller beers, a couple of beer of the week beers. But I got the beers. But I'm a little tired of beer.
Okay, riding the pine over there. It says Banya deal incoming. You did mention last night. You said you're looking for a meal.
A meal.
What's now? I did offer you last
Nice meal
night.
at a fancy restaurant.
Well, I
Nice
said to
meal.
you last night. I did say
Some wine.
I would give you meal at place of your choice.
The only problem is you're a busy guy and you're a family man.
we'll
And
make
when
it
you're
work.
not busy, you want to be hanging out with your family. I don't want to be taking up your time with a meal.
I want to throw this out there, man. I thought about it last night when I got home. I would like to go for a meal with you. I did. I thought about this last night. I was like, man, Eric and I haven't just gone out for a good bite to eat in a while.
Ruth Chris.
Well, we can't go there. I'm always afraid if I go into Roost Chris when it stops, people are going to kill me.
And you can't wear your 76ers
And I can't
hat.
wear my
Yeah,
76ers
exactly.
hat.
If not that, then what? I mean, I don't know. I
the
don't
thing.
really mind leaving it up to
A real
to the
nice meal is a
nasties
good
and-
time. Like out for a nice steak dinner.
I'm not on the clock here. I'll give you an answer by the end of today's show.
End of today's show.
And by the end of today's show, I'll
right.
have a deal for you in place, and you can either say yay or nay.
Okay.
Um,
That's fair.
yeah.
Gotta get an
That's fair.
appetizer as well, LT.
What are we talking about here?
Oh, full meal.
Full everything.
Full meal. Appetizer.
Finest
you
wine
get a
you
soup
can
salad,
get.
and then the entree, and then a dessert.
Yeah, with some wine maybe, perhaps.
Well,
A glass of red.
you tell me what constitutes as a meal before we make it.
I think
you're not
it's-
taking me to
I think it's
McDonald's
pretty
for a
fair.
Happy
I mean,
Meal,
I think
like
it's pretty fair. I was already thinking melting pot for you and me.
melting pot.
We're just
could be
we're
good.
just dipping fondues. I don't know.
They got good
I don't
cocktails.
know. Maybe a little sushi.
Oh God,
Sushi would be good.
Don't let me take. No,
Maybe a Vietnamese.
I'm gonna sit there right across from you and not eat anything. I'm taking you out for a meal, but I'm just sitting there and having a drink, and you're eating like a king.
Another Sapporo for my friend here. Japanese village. They do all the stuff.
I've never been to Japanese village.
Really? You
Yeah.
have a blast. The cook comes out, he tells jokes, and then he has got a ketchup bottle with some string, so he pretends to squirt it.
Can I get plain beef there?
Yeah, you could.
Sounds
They
nice.
they
You
got
actually
some fried
they have a
chicken.
kids menu.
Sounds
Yeah.
nice. They do have a kids menu.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds.
We
nice.
could drink sake,
Look,
warm
man,
sake all night long.
I opened up the can of worms by saying it would be the meal of your choice. So, and I mean, I think what you laid out earlier is fair as far as what a meal is. It's appetizer. It's a salad.
Yeah, we're
or
not
a
just
soup. Probably not both. I would say this
Yeah, you
can't
get-
be soup and salad.
okay, but you do get an appetizer, an entree, and then a dessert.
Look, man. I
We could share it.
I think a dessert is fair. I
could share it.
really liked dusting.
You don't mind about a dessert, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
well,
and we will say this: you were so good at bathrooms last time that you did win the $100 Super Duper Chore Boy bonus last night. So
if you want good bathrooms here, I mean, and this to you too. I mean, you're probably just going to expense the supper anyways.
no, I
This
will
is all
pay.
an
No,
HR
no,
daddy anyway.
no. I will say this.
Okay.
I will pay for it out of my own pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, HR Daddy. If that receipt slides in, you deny it. Okay. Scalding Gord says Dusty will get busy and send Wheels in his place to dinner with Eric. Can you imagine?
Deal's off. I'm not dusting or doing bathrooms at that point.
Rolls in, and Wheels rolls in as well. Oh my God, that would be
LT.
that would be funny. Anyway, so that's on the table. Full meal on the table. Meal of your choice.
By the end of today's show.
All right. Well, we'll see where it goes. Smith TM 14 over in the Nancy Chest says, I'm taking my wife to Japanese Village for an anniversary on September 29th.
Yeah, you are.
Man, you got an anniversary.
Beautiful.
Like you already booked the dinner for September 29th?
You gotta get in that place, man.
That's impressive,
Yeah, you
man.
gotta
That is incredible.
take him to Mendy's. Well, exactly. That's the whole, you and me and a plate of swordfish.
Oh.
Isn't that what
is that what
You
Ben?
gotta try the swordfish.
Oh,
Jerry,
the swordfish. I don't even remember the swordfish part of that.
soup and the swordfish, and then there's the suit. I don't know.
All right. So there's that. We'll see where it goes from here. All right. Coming out. If you're over on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. Don't go anywhere. We got you. Come on, right back. It's going to be entertaining rest of the 6 o'clock hour. If you're on TuneIn, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, YouTube, we got a sports update for you with Lieutenant Eric. It's brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at ParamountFlooring.ca.
Max Scherzer reinstated from the injured list before the game on his 42nd birthday would work around 4 hits and 3 walks to allow only 1 run in 2.5 innings as the Jays take it over the Nationals 3-2. 6 relievers, including Louis Varland in the 9th for his 22nd save, would also take part in last night's game. Game 2 of that 3-game set tonight, 4:45. Shane Bieber scheduled to start. The Jays now 5 games back of a wild card spot. Sticking with Toronto, they've also avoided a worst-case scenario for Addison Barger. Barger had surgery yesterday for a season-ending elbow injury, but should be ready to resume action in spring training in 2027. Elsewhere, Griffin Conine hit a walk-off run-scoring single to lift the Marlins over the Phillies, snapping Miami's franchise record 12-game losing streak. Riverhawks back on the diamond tonight and back on EST as they kick off a 9-game road trip in Kamloops. You can catch the action here on Edmonton Sports Talk, coverage starting at 7:30. Also, don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd down at Remax Field. Here's stories from former Blue Jay and trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. CFL news and notes. The BC Lions will have a third different quarterback making a start in 2026 as they are expected to give the nod to rookie pivot Caden Salter for the team's Week 9 game against the Bombers on Thursday. Also, former CFL most outstanding defensive player Lorenzo Malden has unretired to join the Lions. The 33-year-old had previously signed a 1-year deal to retire with the Red Blacks in March after a stint in the USFL. Elks will welcome in the Rough Riders Saturday at 5, looking to make it 2 in a row against the defending Grey Cup champions. In NFL news and notes, Colts will have their starting quarterback back on the field and they open training camp tomorrow. Daniel Jones said that he's been fully cleared to participate in camp from the Achilles injury that ended his 2025 season. While defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade from the Buccaneers yesterday, the request comes after failed attempts at a contract extension. Preseason schedule in the NFL will kick off next Thursday in the Hall of Fame game from Canton as the Panthers take on the Cardinals. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit Paramount Flooring in-store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at paramountflooring.ca.
When dreaming
6:35. Crete Tuesday. It's the AM Nasty on the FM dial. Thank you very much for listening. If you're over on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, let us know. Fire in a text. Say, I'm listening on 95.7 Cruise FM. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Please sub to the channel if you haven't already. And if you are listening on TuneIn or iHeart, please tell your friends how easy it is to stream the station all day long. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. If you've not yet tried Popeyes, what are we even doing here? Right now, limited time, in-store only. The Elks have teamed up with Popeyes, and you can get your 2-piece signature chicken, a chicken slider, regular side, a biscuit, a medium drink, and one of the koozies for just $16.49.
Nice.
So that is, that's enough to feed 2 people, really.
Great koozie. Got time to pick it up before Saturday's game.
See a bunch of those at the tailgate. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I was listening to Reed and Jay last night. They're thinking that maybe they'll sell out the lower bowl on Saturday.
Why not?
That'd be huge.
Why not? The Riders in town as well.
Yeah,
this is the one.
That's going to help.
That's
going to help. The only hesitation I would say to fill the lower bowl is long weekend, and there might be some people who are out of town as opposed to. But there will be people coming in town for the game because it's a long weekend.
Yeah, and Heritage Fest and a lot of other things going on this weekend. Like it's one of those as well where there's. It's not like it's a mad rush to leave the city necessarily, but some people may be coming into the city.
Weather's supposed to look really good.
Weather is going to be a treat.
It's going to be an absolute riot at Commonwealth this weekend, which should be a lot of fun. But who wants to talk football when you can talk Oilers?
Yes.
Right?
Get to that audio.
Off season.
What
off season? Let's do that. Let's mix it up.
Heading in the wrong direction. A comment like that needs attention. There needs to be a plan. Can you trust Jeff and Stan? Off season.
All right, it is off season. What off season? It is brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and the northern Alberta area for over 50 years. Zach Hyman hosted his annual golf tournament yesterday, and the Oilers big boys were in attendance. They do a little media availability, and Connor McDavid, a couple of Connor McDavid clips. Let's start here. Yeah, well, you'll hear the question as well. This is about Mike Babcock.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Still playing off-season. What off-season in there? All right, here we go.
Connor, once you got your questions answered with Babs, how exciting is it to move forward, given that you look at his track record internationally in the NHL? I mean, he's a proven winner.
Yeah, I think that's what obviously we see. We see a great opportunity to be coached by someone who's coached in every single big game there is to coach in, who's been successful, won cups, gold medals, you name it, he's done it. It's a great opportunity for us players to be coached by somebody like him and learn off him. And with where our group's at and what we're looking for, he's the perfect fit. He's not going to need to come in and find who he is as a coach or find himself as a in those situations. He knows what he's about as a coach, and it's our job as players to be ready to go.
All right, there you go. That's Connor McDavid at Hyman's golf tournament yesterday on Babcock. He also talked about Darnell Nurse, I believe.
Yeah, it's exciting. First and foremost, obviously disappointing to lose someone like Darnell and the rest of the guys, but it's part of the business, unfortunately. Nurse's been hard to really put into words what Nurse's been to not only me but the whole group and everybody in Edmonton. So extremely disappointed to see that happen, but at the same time really excited about some of the additions. New coach, some good players. It's an exciting time now.
All right, we're going to hear what Hyman had to say, too. RCN over on the chat says, 97 just hates Knobloch, hey? Do you read into the comment about he doesn't have to come in and find himself as a coach?
Absolutely.
I think you kind of have to.
You right in the temple there. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. You can say that, I guess, about a lot of guys, but obviously you kind of know who he's referring to there.
Yeah, but I also don't think Knobloch didn't know who he was as a coach. I mean, he'd been coaching hockey for a long time. He just hadn't been a head coach.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not buying into the whole coaching thing. Like, these guys want to be held accountable. You could have asked another coach to hold you accountable.
I don't think
Unless we know that Connor went to Knobloch and was like, please start holding us accountable. Knobloch was like, I refused.
Wouldn't that be something?
I'll never hold you guys accountable.
You never.
I don't know.
Do it.
And then there's Zach Hyman, who's obviously played for Knobloch or Babcock in the past and loves him. Here we go. Let's listen to this.
Zach, through the Mike Babcock process, how many of your teammates reached out to you? Because obviously we know what kind of situation it was, and just your viewpoint of him coming in.
Yeah, lots of teammates. Obviously, when you're the guy who's played for a coach that's coming in, everybody wants your opinion or your take on it. And I obviously had a very good experience with Mike in Toronto, and I thought that he did a great job with a lot of the young players that were there. Two of the young guys that were there, all of us have had pretty long careers and they're still playing, and he's set the foundation for us. So I think he's a phenomenal coach. I think extremely highly of him, and I'm happy he went through the process with the NHL and the NHLPA, and all those questions were answered. And I think from a player standpoint, we're excited for what he brings.
When you get team leadership buying in, not only yourself but a Connor, a Leon, how important was that to have them have their questions answered as well?
I think that's everything. I think that's where sports is going. Is players have a lot of insight into, especially players of their caliber, into what they're looking for, and we all want to win. That's the goal, and I think that to have the ability to actually talk to somebody before they come in and understand what they would do and what their philosophy is and how they like to coach, and to be able to talk to them before the decision is made, I think was a great experience.
All right, so there you go. That's Zach Hyman as well, who's played for Babcock in the past, would have certainly been pushing for him to be the head coach. Trev, your thoughts on this as a resident Oilers fan here in the building on the show?
I thought it was funny when he said, I'm happy that he went through the whole PA and all those questions were answered. I don't know if he paid attention to his press conference here, but I mean, they weren't really answered at all.
Yeah.
Like, what went down in Columbus? Yeah, my wife, told me, let's go. Like,
you're not on the same page. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really taking anything out of either Connor's or Zach Hyman's interviews that I didn't already think or know.
Yeah.
Like we kind of knew that they were pumped. They wanted this guy. They were happy to.
Imagine if they came out and said they didn't. Like, nobody really asked us. They just assumed that we kind of went through the process with them. That was all a lie. But you're right. Like,
yeah, so I'm not pulling any. Though the shots fired at Knobloch, that was kind of interesting. 97 hates now. I wouldn't say hate, but it is. That was kind of, I was like, interesting.
Yeah, it's not a coach coming in to find himself. That's clearly what he's referencing to his last maybe couple of coaches.
Yeah.
So,
but do you think he's doing that? Like, I don't see him coming out and meaning to do that. I just see him answering that honestly and then just happening it to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's coming out with
it wasn't like he got to the golf tournament and said to Draisaitl, I'm going to fire a shot at Knobloch today. Like, he was just saying, it's the coach that does now. I mean, the coach that they had is coached a lot more recently than the one that they're getting.
Sure.
As Georgia Satellite says over in the chat, Mike's last cup was 2008. I mean, 18 years ago, I was a rising star in management at Coke, but now they won't let me in the building. So there's that.
Whoa. We got to fill in those gaps there. Let us know what happened.
Strummy says Babcock is the opposite of what they've had for decades. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whole new thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as broadcasters in the city, we're going to have a lot to discuss.
Oh, yes.
As far as Mike Babcock goes, right? So,
and then maybe as well, like Zach Hyman said, when he took over for the Leafs, there was a lot of young players there, and he worked wonders for them. So if you have any questions, like going into the season with Matt Savoy and Ike Howard, here's hoping that kind of continues in Edmonton.
I think Connor also has to realize that nobody might ever get him closer to a Stanley Cup than Knobloch did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it was all in all, but he got to Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final and basically no-showed in the game. So you're gonna. Babcock might not get you there. So.
But you know what? McDavid speaking, Hyman speaking. We need to hear what Commodore thinks of all this.
Yeah, I'm done with all that too for now.
Really?
Oh, obviously he doesn't like him.
He's getting lit. Really?
Yeah. Didn't you know that?
In terms of hockey
and the Oilers
players,
don't like him.
In terms of successful hockey players, I mean, that's where you should be going for Hyman, McDavid. I mean,
yeah, I want to hear.
What's their weight?
Somebody
should have
snuck Commodore into Hyman's golf tournament and then had him do
just
an availability too.
Just a caddy.
That would have been.
He's got a disguise.
That's what he is. His whole career has been caddying essentially.
He's got a disguise on.
Yeah. All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. That is off-season. What off-season? Brought to you by GCL Diesel. Poop Stain says, I'm looking forward to Spectre or Rashog's first tough question. He said stupid question, but I corrected tough question because they're not stupid.
No,
I mean, sometimes you can say that, but I'm not going to say
stupid.
that from these guys. They ask, questions. But I'll say this. I think Babcock reacts very well to it because he's going to be kissing the media's ass when he first starts here.
No,
right? He's going to want them all on his side. He's going to be trying to make jokes and things like that, like he was at the last press conference. He was trying to make funny jokes in that one when it was supposed to be a serious press conference. But so we'll see how it sorts itself out.
I know he says it on social media, but he knows what the narrative is. So if you think he's going to lean into it,
he's not an idiot.
No.
Dex texted and says, Dex is happy that Dex will get more chances to speak in first person this season.
Well, that could be an interesting bit on the show here.
Yeah. All right, keep the text messages flying in. We'll get to a few more of those as well. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need the hammer. Rick Mallett has once again been recognized by Best Lawyers for 2026, continuing a distinction he's received every year since the founding of Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need the hammer. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER. 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 Serious injuries need the hammer. Let's get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. Proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. They're the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Got lots of things fired up about coming out of the staff meeting last night.
Oh.
Fired up about you thinking about this meal. And that gets me excited.
I'm still thinking about it.
A fancy place. A fancy place if you're choosing. A nice meal. Maybe we even dress up a little bit.
I'll dress up a little nice, yeah.
Dress up.
I'll put my hair in a bun.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
I'll try to put my hair in a little bun, too.
Wow.
Okay, a couple of things that came out of last night. Well, not even just last night. Tomorrow, I'm fired up. Patio show, Boston Pizza.
No.
Myself and YouTube, Trev. Clairview, Boston Pizza.
Big TV.
Do you know how hard it is to try to sneak in a patio show with the weather that we've had so far this year? Think it's supposed to be nice tomorrow.
I'm looking right here, mix of sun and cloud, 23 degrees.
The wheelhouse.
Perfect.
The wheelhouse. We're going to be on the patio at Clairview Boston Pizza. I'll be there for Lock Shop at 11. Trev will join me for Oil Stream at noon tomorrow. Swing on by. I'll buy you a beverage. We'll be out on the patio having the time of our lives. This should be a lot of fun. So I'm fired up about that. I'm also fired up that Maddie said we're fully allowed to talk about the date of the Esties now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Nasty Bash is behind us. The Golf Classic is behind us. Both were phenomenal events again. But ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the Esties? September 15th, doors at 6, show at 7. Maddie's got some good things being planned for the Esties this year. But we're also at a different location this year. Garneau Theater was completely booked in the month of September. So at the Varscona, which Maddie and I went and got a site tour.
Oh, wow.
And,
did you wear a hard hat?
No, I wish we should have rolled in with a hard hat.
High vis.
Anyway, awesome spot. And how about this? I think it's limited to 195 people. So it's going to be a hot ticket this year to make sure you get one of those 195 tickets to come to the Esties. So we'll have more details on tickets for the Esties But I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I look forward to a fresh venue. Also, as you mentioned, on the threat of it being canceled by one Matthew Iwanek, we've got a lot to play with this year
there's
in
a
terms
ton
of
of different
nominees.
things to play with. Yeah, exactly. And it's also 2 blocks away from Hudson's for the after party.
Well, come on.
It works out even better for the after party.
One ride is all you need there.
Yeah, there's no like, okay, well, let's ride over to Hudson's,
All the
a
way
long
down
walk
White.
all the way
Yeah,
down
yeah.
White. Not this year. You walk out of Varscona, and it's like 2 blocks to Hudson's, and then the after party is on. So I'm fired up about that as well. The Estes, make sure you're listening. Details on Estes tickets will be coming out shortly, but 195 tickets, I believe, is what we'll have for the Estes this year, and you're going to want to get your hands on those. Beautiful. We were talking about some possible live musical performances last night as well. Some of those suggestions went over well, others did not.
Oh,
but
I think they all went over quite well.
We'll see.
I'm about to bust.
That's not happening.
Dare to dream, baby. I don't know. One email.
Dare to dream, I guess.
Lloyd Minster's getting them.
Why
can't we?
It's a high end. It's a high end evening, right? This is a formal affair. We prefer you wear suits. Some people just wear a nice shirt. But it's an event like no other.
Trev, you and I can wear our new suits from Smoking Jacket. Modern
Measure. Your smoking jacket will look terrific.
For sure.
That looks really good. I think our family's going with a blue theme this year. Because we've always worn black.
Okay.
I think Tam wants us all to wear blue this year, and I don't have the say in how we dress for the Estes. So I think I'm going to be in a blue suit. Nice. But I might want to try to find a yellow tie to really give that EST logo
I see what you mean.
Pop, you know?
Okay. Need more cummerbunds at the Estes.
Oh, a good old-fashioned cummerbund. Not a vest, but a cummerbund.
More cummerbunds, please.
Trev, do you know what a cummerbund is?
I was just going to ask, what is that?
I could tell by the look on your face you didn't know what a cummerbund is.
Half off your ticket if you wear a cummerbund.
What is that?
Cummerbund is something that goes around your belly.
Yeah, it's like a. Where is it here? If you do a, the cummerbund is a.
Oh, it's
pleated,
not cumber? I always thought it was cumber.
I say cumber, whatever. A pleated waist sash worn with a single-breasted tuxedo to cover the trouser waistband. So sometimes, and then they can always fly up. That's the whole party.
When your cummerbund pops up, and you're like, oh man, my cummerbund.
What? I could see normology.
Did you say it's cummerbund?
Yeah,
cummerbund.
See,
cummerbund.
Cummerbund.
Yeah, but I like cummerbund.
I've been saying it wrong for my whole life. How many of you listening right now knew that it wasn't cummerbund? My God. Vanson Vandervan says, what about monocles? Yeah or nay? Oh, I would definitely like to see a monocle.
2 monocles.
You have a cane usually.
Usually a cane. Yeah, it's in my car right now.
Yeah, that's a good one. Morty says a cummerbund is like a girdle, but it goes outside your clothes. Yeah, I'm also going to wear a girdle. I want somebody to pull off the girdle / cummerbund. But you're sucked in. Dirty Don says, was the hoodie formal enough? No hoodies at the Estes, Dirty Don. You won't even be allowed in. Senior Boots says, oh, Nate the Builder in a tux. Can't wait. Benny's dad, Nate the Builder. By the way, best beard at the Nasty Bash.
He's a beauty. I love Nate the Builder.
I like Benny, but I think I like his dad even more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I agree.
I love Benny. I love Benny. But I think I actually really love his dad.
Well, his dad's been around longer.
Yeah.
He's got a great laugh. Great smile.
Yeah. He's so cool. He created Benny with the help of his mother, obviously.
He's a builder. What can we say? He built Benny.
Spruce Grove Corey says, what about a nice sports blazer for the Estes?
Oh, I mean,
like a jacket of some sort with a shirt that has buttons on it.
You can have the Nikes and
kind of
stuff,
all we're asking
that
here.
type of thing.
Anyway, Maddie will have details on the Estes tickets coming up. You know what's insane is that we sent out Estes sponsorship package to some of our clients. And one of our clients has already reached out and been like, I think I'm pretty interested in sponsoring the red carpet.
That's a big one.
Oh, man.
That's where the magic happens.
The
right?
Estes. Remember last year at the after party, my parents were trying to force me to leave. And I was like, I will not go home. Because it was like 11:30. I was like, I'm not leaving. Are you nuts?
Need Fergie's prostate this year.
Yeah.
Then we'll leave.
Chris in Alabama says, let Atif sing the anthem at the opening of the Estes.
Great idea.
And then
that's
sing
a
a
good
few of his
idea.
songs. Well, we have a new song from Matisse that was sent in today.
He could be the musical accompaniment. Yeah, we even thought about this.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about live
He could
Atif
do a
performance.
couple. Yeah.
He sent in a new song today called The Baptized Song, in which he sad he didn't
Great.
get chosen to be baptized at the Nasty Bash.
There's
But
always next year.
for all of you
Exactly.
listening this morning, I refuse to play it. Here's the other thing that I'm kind of fired up about. And I guess this was started to be speculated on the Hangout on Friday, but it has now been confirmed. September 23rd. The date is already locked in. We've never done anything like this. I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. It's going to be the GOAT debate. September 23rd, I will be debating against a hardcore Michael Jordan fan, Lavarado from Sportball. He's been telling Glue Guy, their buddies, he's been telling Glue Guy, he's like, let me at Dusty.
He's frothing at the mouth. He's not just like, I'll do it.
He's like, I want to go Dusty one-on-one, LeBron, MJ, GOAT conversation. As you all know, I've been preparing for this moment my entire life. So it came up, we talked about it, and now we run a text thread, and it's done. It's locked in. September 23rd.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. We'll be going live. We're going to have 2 podiums set up in the Hangout. Maddie's going to be moderating it. He's a huge political debate moderator guy.
This is what he's born to do.
He's going to moderate it. We are thinking of having there'll be a pre-debate panel show. Then we'll go into what Maddie's saying will be an hour to an hour and a half long debate.
Only just?
Yeah.
I mean, you could go for.
And then we are planning on having, what did Maddie call it? A focus group.
Yeah.
That will be here in attendance in either the boardroom or the chill zone, where we will have 5 Jordan supporters, 5 LeBron supporters, and 5 neutral parties.
Mm-hmm.
And then they will comment on it after. And the whole thing will be streamed live on our YouTube channel. And Glue Guy's even thinking of bringing his GOAT and setting it up outside so we can cut outside to the GOAT cam just to see what's going on with the GOAT.
Yeah, and the GOAT wears the jersey of the debate winner, apparently.
Yeah, and then
you get to
whoever
put it
wins,
on the GOAT.
we're going to put the jersey on the GOAT.
Where's the GOAT?
So it's time.
Yeah. Have you met this? Have you met this individual before? Like, do you know the character?
Yeah, I've met him before.
So you know,
I've met him before. He's been on the Hangout
so
and stuff.
So the two of you are kind of like, you know what makes him tick in a sense, like the man. Yeah. So
I mean, now if he were to beat me, I'm totally going to trash sport ball.
Oh, sure. No, look, it's no holds barred, I think, right?
My kids love sport ball. We're a sport ball family.
Gloves are off.
So, Trev, what are your thoughts? So this is going to be a big deal. Like this
tee
is
this up. We'll do a promo video. I'd love to shoot that.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be fun.
Debate. Pump it out on socials. I like that.
September 23rd for the official GOAT debate, our first ever full day. If this one goes well, we could set up other legitimate series debates
what are
about
some other
topics in
debates?
sports.
love,
it should be good.
Okay, time now for a quick break. Here is the GOAT cam.
The GOAT cam, it's got like a little Damon Bunting logo on its shoulder.
Taking a crap.
The GOAT cam is brought to you by Damon Bunting at the agency. So
people are just like walking by, like pointing at it. Like, what's going on? That's going to be my favorite part for sure.
Look at this one from Graziton. I just told my wife about this debate. Her response, isn't it Bron? I thought that was decided. Looks like you're coming to the focus group. You know who has to be at the focus? There's a few guys that I would like to see at the focus group as neutral parties. Rip City Step, basketball guy.
Okay.
Nolan from St. Albert, basketball guy.
Okay.
Wheels.
Nolan from St. Albert and Rip City Step, they're both basketball guys. So these are all the things that we're fired up about.
Brian Swain, we reach out. Hey.
Swainer, yeah.
Chris with a K texts in and says, Dusty, if you need a team of LeBron fans to help prep, Chris with a K is here for you.
Yeah.
That's
Do
what
you
I'm talking
find
about,
5
man.
Jordan fans? That's the question.
Probably not. Probably not. It's usually just one guy with a bunch of burners on Twitter pointing out that he's got 6 rings. So, Chris, you might have to be one of the 5 LeBron people in the focus group. I'm trying to figure out what I wear to a debate. I already was looking last night at opening statements and stuff. And no phones, no computers.
All paper.
I'm bringing in a binder.
Yeah.
That's going to be properly tabbed with every category.
Dossiers.
And then I'm just going to crush it. So, ready for this. Scalding Gore-Tex, and it says, cut to goat cam. Zach is fighting the goat for food.
He's just feeding it.
All right. Burglar says, 3 months, 3 reasons why it's fantastic that TSN shut you guys down, because now you get to do what's fun. Nasty Bash, Estes, the GOAT debate.
Oh, man. Any of these ideas brought up at the old place?
These would have been shot
we could
down
make a
so
board
quickly.
game for crying out loud.
So, yeah, we had...
So here's the thing. We bring in a goat.
Yeah. Remember we had Nielsen Show Monopoly?
Oh, it
all
was
listed
ready to
out,
go.
and we're like, we just want you to pay to make 50 of these.
All
like,
the properties are all set.
we can't do that. Sean texts and says, Jordan guy here, put me in, coach. Listen, we're going to put out the information on how you can try to be on our focus group and things like that, but it's on. Myself versus Nielsen versus Lavarado. The GOAT debate.
How could we forget about Josh Clausen as well?
As a neutral party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. All right. Mark Long's coming up with the Associated Press. We're going to talk about the Jags. They go from 4-13 to 13-4. What's next? And how much will my Trevor Lawrence rookie card collection be worth if he wins an MVP? We're going to get into that. Josh Lewenberg, just after 7:30 as well. 6 o'clock hour. It's been a fun one. It's been brought to you by Ewell. They're your power play specialists. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca. If you are listening over on a 95.7, couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, and then you are back with us. If you are on any of our online platforms today, tell your friends. We got a sports update brought to you by Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton. Join myself and Lieutenant Eric at Barcelo Maya Colonial in Mexico from February 24th to March 3rd. Trip of a lifetime. You're going to love it. Email Chelsea. It's CLaBelle, CLABELLE at ExpediaCruises.com, or call and text her 780-970-4834. That's 780-970-4834. Who doesn't want to get away to Mexico on February 24th? Here's the update.
The Jays take the opener of their 3-game set with the Nationals. 3-2 your final. Max Scherzer back from the IL. On his 42nd birthday, he worked around 4 hits, 3 walks to allow only one run through just over 2 innings pitched. 6 relievers will also combine in the win. The game 2 of that 3-game set tonight, 4:45 first pitch. Shane Bieber, the scheduled starter. Jays now 5 games back of a wild card spot. Blue Jays have also avoided a worst-case scenario for Addison Barger. Barger had surgery yesterday for a season-ending elbow injury, but should be ready to resume action in spring training in 2027. Elsewhere, Griffin Conine hit a walk-off run-scoring single, lifting the Marlins over the Phillies and snapping Miami's franchise record 12-game losing streak. The Edmonton Riverhawks push for the playoffs continues tonight as they open a 9-game road trip in Kamloops. You can catch the game live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Our coverage gets underway at 7:30. Plus, don't miss the Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd down at Remax Field. Hear stories from former Jay and Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. CFL news and notes. The BC Lions will have a third different quarterback making a start this season this weekend, as they're expected to give the nod to rookie pivot Caden Salter for the team's Week 9 game against the Bombers on Thursday. Also, former CFL Most Outstanding Defensive Player Lorenzo Malden is unretired to join the Lions. The 33-year-old had previously signed a one-day deal to retire with the Red Blacks in March after a stint in the USFL. Elks will welcome in the Rough Riders Saturday at 5, looking to make it back-to-back wins over the defending Grey Cup champions. NFL news and notes. Defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade from the Buccaneers yesterday. The request comes after failed attempts at contract extension talks. The Colts will have their starting quarterback back on the field when they open training camp tomorrow. Daniel Jones has said that he's been fully cleared to participate in camp from the Achilles injury that ended his season last year. The preseason schedule in the NFL will kick off next Thursday. It's the Hall of Fame game from Canton, Ohio, when the Panthers take on the Cardinals. Sports update brought to you by Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises, Northeast Edmonton. Join Dusty and Lieutenant Eric at Barcelo Maya Colonial in Mexico from February 24th to March 3rd. Email clabelle at expediacruises.com or you can give her a call and text at 780-970-4834 for more information.
Hello, my friend, we'll meet again. It's been a while, where should we begin? Feels like forever. Within my heart of memories, a perfect love that you gave to me. Oh, I remember when you are with me. I'm free, I'm careless, I believe. Above the others, we'll fly. This brings tears to my eyes, my sacrifice. We've seen our share of ups and downs. Oh, how quickly life can turn around in an instant. It feels so good to reunite within yourself and within your mind. Let's find peace there, 'cause when you are with me, I'm free, I'm careless, I believe. Above the others, we'll fly. This brings tears to my eyes, my sacrifice.
7:07 on a Creed Tuesday. Thank you very much for being here this morning. Dustin Nielson and Lieutenant Eric with you. The Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today. And all of Edmonton Sports Talk every day, all day long, brought to you by the beauties over at Play Alberta. Are you ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for all live dealer games from blackjack to baccarat. Your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense. Here's what we got coming up. Mark Long is going to be joining us. He's going to hop on a phone call with us just after, whenever Trev gets back. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day coming up. Josh Lewenberg is going to join us to talk about the new look Eastern Conference in the association with LeBron now joining the Sixers. Still waiting to see what ends up happening with Kawhi and the Raptors. And then weekly confessions around 7:45 today as well, brought to you by Spectrum Rental. Just quickly on Malden coming back to play with the BC Lions. I feel like if you go and sign one day for a place and then retire on the one day thing, you shouldn't be allowed to come back at all.
It is one of those things in sport where we can say, oh, okay, well, all right. But yeah, you shouldn't get a...
If you retire, if you sign one day, like
in life, but yeah, that just seems kind of, yeah.
That seems very like, I'm done. If you were still thinking about maybe you come back one day, I don't know. I just saw the Blackhawks are like, we'd be okay signing Jonathan Toews to a one-day contract. Okay, that's fine. But then you never come back again.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, never come back again. All right, 7 o'clock hours brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, please set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your Game Sense. We try to preview as many. Have you printed off the sheet that you usually print off?
I have the sheet. I'm working off a black book from a few years past. So when I reach out to some people, they're like, We
got to get you the updated.
Hey, I cover tennis now, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, I have all the teams here. I have all the contacts that I usually have. Of course, previewing some of the West Coast teams at this hour is a little tough at
first
times.
thing in the morning.
But we will hit most of the high notes we usually do. I know I got a Ravens guy that joined us last year, Jonas Schaefer. He's in the hopper for later this week, I think, and a few others. But there's a lot of familiar guys we've had on years past. Jim Wexel out of Pittsburgh. Jared Cherry joined us last year. He was in most of these. Now you're away from most of these. It's usually
on the Fridays and Thursdays.
Yeah, but I try to load them up heavy. But there's some. It's an eclectic group, but we'll try to touch as many as we can.
You gonna get Emmett Golden on from Cleveland?
He's the one that hooked me up with this Cherry dude because Golden couldn't do it.
Okay,
but Goldie's a beauty.
Goldie's
Mo
a beauty
Egger
too. Oh yeah, Mo Egger. Yeah, got to get Mo Egger on. We're gonna start with the Jags.
They say they have the best draft in the entire NFL. Are you surprised to hear that?
Certainly not. The first year we took it to the limit. And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
It's been 20 years since then. We haven't been too strong in the last few years.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules. You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
Unless he's your head coach, Liam Cohen, and he takes you from 4-13 to 13-4.
Duval.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roberta Ann Montgomery and the Jags. It's where we start our NFL previews. Mark Long joins us. Covers the Jacksonville Jaguars of the AP. He pops by this morning. Let's bring him in. Mark, good morning. How you doing, man?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
See, you can't tell me you're not that guy.
Every
you
year.
sound just like that guy. Every year, as soon as I hear your voice, I'm like, you have to be the guy. God, Mark, just admit it, man. You're killing us.
What guy?
The guy
I'm so confused.
Oh, the guy who interviewed the Jags fan, Roberta Ann Montgomery. We always play the clip before we bring you on. It's got to be you, man. It has to be.
No way. No, not me. What year is that from?
Oh, man, we've been playing that for a long time now.
Yeah, I think who knows where
go
she
back
is,
a long
Oldie
time.
but a goodie.
Yeah, oh, it is. Exactly. You're right. All right, so the Jags go from 4-13 to 13-4. I mean, I don't want to simplify it, but how much of that is just a head coach knowing what he's doing?
It's everything. It is a head coach who's really good at calling plays, really good at getting the best out of Trevor Lawrence. He's a really good X and O's guy, but he's also a really good head coach. And it's also, they've kind of hit on this formula where, Tony Vaselli is the EVP, James Gladstone is the GM, and Liam Cohen is the head coach. These guys work together. It's cliche, synergy, all that. It's easy to have everything aligned when you're 13-4, right? And there's not a lot going wrong. But that's kind of who they are. And I think the star of the show is Liam Cohen. If I had to pick and say what's the biggest difference between 4-13 and 13-4, it's Liam Cohen. The guy is really good at what he does. He's really good at motivating his players. He's got an edge himself that he chip on his shoulder that he brings to the sideline. He brings to the locker room. And, I think the Jags are lucky to have him. They kind of dumb lucked their way into him because he wasn't going to come to Jacksonville because of the GM. And they smartly got off their butts, fired the GM, got Liam Cohen, let him pick his GM basically, and moved on. And, the rest is history. This will be a telling year, though, because they didn't change a whole lot. So it is literally run it back in Jacksonville. That's what they're attempting to do here, is run it back. And we're going to see, a lot of teams made, added players. The Jags didn't add a lot of guys. They added another rookie class. They feel like they're going to get some guys back from last year who missed time, most notably Travis Hunter. But it is essentially the same team that went 13-4 trying to do it again against a tougher schedule.
For all the fantasy hardos out there, Mark, take us into that running back room in the backfield. Is it going to be mostly by committee, or do you see one of those names kind of elevating and kind of taking this thing and running with it?
Yeah, we think Bashil Tutin's going to be the guy. He's going to get the lion's share of the work. He's big enough to be a goal line guy. He was a goal line guy early last year before an injury kind of set him back, and then Travis Etienne took over. But Tutin, I think he was a 4th-round pick, last year, played as a rookie. He's going to be the guy. They did sign Chris Rodriguez out of Washington and free agent, really their only free agent signee, and he's going to come in and be the backup. But there is not a belief that Rodriguez is going to step in and be the starter on day one. They really want Tootin and believe that Tootin can be the workhorse.
Mark Long with us. He covers the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've made it well known on the show in the past. I'm sure I maybe mentioned it to you last year when we had you on as well, that I have a large collection of Trevor Lawrence rookie cards that I'm hoping eventually become worth a lot, because I'm a big fan of the guy, and he had a really nice year last year. Once again, as you mentioned, likely due to the coaching change. But what did you see from Trevor Lawrence last year, and is there still another gear for him heading into this season, especially if they want to make a run in the playoffs?
Yeah, listen, he was fantastic down the stretch. He really figured it out, got a good grasp on Liam Cohen's system, what they're trying to do, and he did it despite some speed bumps, right? Brian Thomas Jr., had all the drop issues, essentially was taken out of the offense at time, almost benched. They had Jacoby Myers at the trade deadline. Britton Strange misses time. Parker Washington misses time, comes on really late. So, offensive line was a little bit, mismatched all year. So Trevor, for the success that he had last year, and really it was almost a career year for him, was despite all these issues around him, first year in the offense, all of that. So there is a big step for him to take in year two of the system, year two with the same receiving core, year two now with an offseason with Jacoby Myers, with Brian Thomas Jr. supposedly back to where he was in terms of catching the ball. Offensive line that's certainly seems like it's more stable than it was last year's. The 5 starters for the most part. Certainly a difference at running back, but, what does that really matter? I think the real thing here is, can Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen, in year two, take this thing to another level? And a lot of people are buying in. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is widely considered top 10, sometimes top 5. I saw somebody had him the best fantasy quarterback going into this season, because they think they're going to throw the ball a ton with this receiving core. They added 2 tight ends in the draft. With the fact that they don't have ETN in the backfield anymore, they think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a fantasy stud in Liam Cohen's offense.
You mentioned Travis Hunter earlier. Take us through this season-ending knee injury. How's his recovery been going? And, heading into camp and this season, is he still going to be, I know the two-way player that he was in college. Is that still kind of the theme and the thought process behind how the Jaguars will handle him?
It is. And, they've kind of gone back and forth with this. Initially last year, they told us he was going to have an uptick on defense. Now they've kind of dialed that back and said he's still going to be a two-way player. The question is, where does he fit in on offense? Because, again, they did go out and trade for Jacoby Myers. They think Brian Thomas Jr. can get back to his, 1,200-yard rookie season. Parker Washington's a guy they like a lot and came on big last year. I think he had 3 touchdowns in their last 4 games, was really Trevor Lawrence's go-to guy late in the season. So they have 3 pretty established guys. So, Hunter is essentially their number 4 receiver. So what are they using beyond that in terms of, 4 receiver sets, third down kind of stuff? Is it gimmicky things? But there's no doubt when you watch him last year, the guy has wiggle. He's really good in space. He's got great hands. He's got a great catch radius. So they'd be crazy not to use him on offense. The question is how much. Defensively now, they think he can be a Pro Bowl shutdown, one side of the field cornerback. So when you've got that, you don't want to mess that up by putting too much on his plate and playing him too much on the other side of the ball. He still insists he can handle it all. He wants to play 100 snaps. I don't know if that's going to be if they ever get him to 100 snaps. When you're talking about, what does an NFL game usually have, 120 to 130 snaps? Is he going to play 100 snaps? I don't see that, but I do see him being an every down cornerback and an occasional wide receiver. He's put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle. He looks the part now. He looked skinny last year, underweight to some degree, undersized to play cornerback in the NFL. But whatever questions about his size and durability last year, he has answered this offseason by getting in unbelievable shape, putting on really good weight, and we'll see if that makes a difference.
Mark, just a couple more for you. I'm curious. I mean, they had such a good year last year, and there's obviously a lot of optimism this year. What would you say is the biggest question mark on this team going into the season?
Probably the offensive line. Even though they do return every starter, it's, their left tackle, Cole Van Lanen, is going to starting the year on physically unable to perform list. He tore an ACL late last year. So he's on the shelf. So they're going to have a backup in at left tackle. Robert Hainsey and Patrick McCary are getting a little bit old at center right guard. So that's the big question is what can this unit hold up? Can this unit run the ball a little bit better? They weren't very good in short yardage situations last year. They weren't very good on third down, fourth down. You saw Trevor Lawrence. They really turned to Trevor Lawrence running with his legs late in the season, and that was only because the offensive line and the running backs weren't getting it done. So they got to get more out of the running game. The other one is, can they have a down-the-field consistent threat? They're counting on Brian Thomas Jr. to be that guy. Obviously, he had issues last year, drop issues, confidence issues. It was a big issue for the offense to the point where there was, at least thought about, is this guy going to end up on the trade block? He did not. They've now doubled down on him, and they think he's going to be fantastic, dealing with some things last year. The death of one of his college teammates bothered him. Once he started dropping passes, that doubled down in his head, and he's in the jar and lost his confidence. So they believe all that's back. They've got him some help psychologically. They believe all that's back, and he's going to be fantastic, and that'll give them that down-the-field threat that will indeed help everything about this offense, but specifically the running game. You can stretch the field a little bit.
And over to the defensive side, and specifically the line ranking a little low in pressure and in sacks as a group last year. Any improvement coming from that area of the field for the Jaguars heading into camp?
Yeah, well, they ranked 27th in the league last year in sacks. I think had the fewest sacks of any team in the AFC playoffs. They're counting Trayvon Walker, really. This is their first-round pick, the guy they took over, Aiden Hutchinson, probably a mistake there. But he did have back-to-back double-digit sacks in years 2 and year 3. Last year was a down year, 3.5 sacks. He was injured, played with a club on his left hand most of the year, had a knee injury also on the left side. So he played 12 games, but he played, I think, probably 10 of those where he was banged up. So he didn't have a very good year. Josh Hines, that allowed teams to double team Josh Hines down on the other side. But if they're going to get pressure, it's got to be those two guys. They are 1 and 1A on this defense. Josh Hines, Allen, Trayvon Walker. They got to keep Trayvon healthy, keep Josh healthy, and I do believe they'll uptick their sacks. They went heavy, in the draft. They drafted a couple of pass rushers, but again, what are those guys going to do as rookies? I don't, see them stepping it up. They really got to get these two guys and a little bit more inside push, interior push from Devon Hamilton, Eric Armstead, 32 years old. Can they get a little bit better interior push from them that'll help on the outside?
Hey, quickly before we let you go, just curious in your thoughts if there's going to be significant improvement elsewhere in the division.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I think Tennessee will be better. That was a team that was a little bit of a mess last year, but showed some signs with Cam Ward at quarterback. They bring in, obviously, Robert Saleh, Gus Bradley. We know those guys. We know they're going to be good on defense because of those coaches. What do they do on offense, I think, is the big question. Can they get back to maybe being any bit of a threat offensively? Houston, I think they're a trendy pick to win the AFC. I mean, that's a lot. A lot of teams look at that and they go, okay, if they can figure it out on offense, that's another team that defense, probably the best defense in the league. They return just about everybody. Indianapolis, who knows? I mean, the big question is what are they going to have at quarterback? When is Daniel Jones going to be back, and at what level is he going to be back to? So there's a lot of questions. The Jags will be in the mix. I do believe they're even though the schedule gets tougher because they won the division last year. I think they should be a 10-win team. I don't think with any question. Should be 10-win team. I don't know if they get to 13 again with their schedule, but I would think they're double digit.
Excellent, man. We really appreciate the time. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
There you go. How good is Mark Long?
He's an all-star. Kicking it off in
How
style.
good? How good was that? That's how you start your season previews in the National Football League. We hit on everything there with Mark Long.
The good old AFC South, eh? What a wonderfully wacky division.
It is a wonderfully
Every
wacky
year.
division. Just a couple of notes on the Jags from Play Alberta. He said he doesn't know if they'll get to 13 wins again, but he said he expects them to get to double digits.
Yeah.
The win total on the Jags right now is set at 8.5.
Oh.
So you might want to slide on over to PA, click on NFL, and get on the over on the Jags at 8.5 wins. They're also plus 2,800 to win the Super Bowl. Let's see. We've got all of the odds up here. The Rams are plus 525. The Bills are 10-1. The Ravens are a little bit lower. Seahawks are 11-1. Chiefs are 16. Chargers are 16. Pats are 16-1. Eagles are 17-1. The Texans are 18-1. The Lions are 18-1. Niners 18-1. Broncos 20-1. Bengals, Packers, Cowboys, Bears, all ahead of the Jags. The Jags come in at plus 2,800. But that 8.5 wins. I think I like the over.
You gotta love
I like the over 8.5
Get
there
on
with
that
what they
now.
were able to accomplish last year. 13 wins last year and fall back below 8.5 this year. I'd be pretty surprised by that. Anyway, excellent chat there with Mark Long. Joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline with 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton, the greater area, plus the new one out of the airport. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. It's what was for dinner last night here at our staff meeting, and the boys absolutely loved it. Now there are two, it's a big, the large one. It's a good meal. Maybe it's a meal.
I had 3 hamburgers from the box that I won for lunch yesterday.
Oh,
I got home.
Is that one of yours that's saved in the fridge?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Daddy's got a little treat after the show this morning.
That's exciting. By the way, Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. I've already thrown something up tied into the Jags here. Visit playalberta.ca/EST. Learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. If you go to playalberta.ca right now, scroll down, click on EST specials. It'll be up shortly. I've already got the number on it. If you like the Jags to win the division, I said, let's throw this up there for 24 hours because they were plus 245 to win the division. I got it boosted to plus 265 to win the division. So if you don't mind the idea of the Jags owning that division again, and there'll be some improvement, Mark said that, we got the number boosted from plus 245 to plus 265 for the next 24 hours. Should be able to go to playalberta.ca, click on EST specials, and it should be popping up there in just a couple of moments. That'll be your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Anti-shutout to Max Scherzer and the rest of the Blue Jays for, of course, the day we fade the Jays, they actually win.
See, but that's good now for heart and head.
I guess it is.
Now you guys are 5 games back of a wild card.
Yeah. How are they still 5 games within a wild card
I'm
spot?
saying,
with
though,
the
it
season
does-
that has been. That's unbelievable.
We had Gabe Locks on last week.
I know. I saw you had Gabe Locks on. You
And
son
he
of a
was
gun.
saying, you go back, you rewind to last year and where the Tigers were at and everything. Late season pushes, man. I'm just saying, don't stick a fork in them yet.
That'd be a heck of a run, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we've got a quick sports update here. Then we got Josh Lewenberg on the other side. We're going to talk Kawhi. We're going to talk LeBron to the Sixers. There's lots to get to there. And then weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental still to come as well. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. If you are on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, we do have a sports update with Lieutenant Eric, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who thinks the Jags are going to win 14 games this year. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
Yes, Max Scherzer reinstated from the injured list before the game last night on his 42nd birthday. He would allow 4 hits, 3 walks, and only 1 run in just over 2 innings pitched. 6 relievers as well, combining in a 3-2 victory over the Nats. Game 2 of that series from Washington goes later tonight, 4:45. Shane Bieber, the scheduled starter. Jays now find themselves just 5 games back of a wild card spot. They also avoided a worst-case scenario with Addison Barger, as he had surgery yesterday for a season-ending elbow injury, but should be ready to resume action in next year's spring training. Elsewhere, the Marlins defeating the Phillies to snap Miami's franchise record 12-game losing streak on a Creed Tuesday. Riverhawks' playoff push continues tonight. They're out in Kamloops to kick off a 9-game road trip. We will have that game for you live here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Coverage begins at 7:30. Also, don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival August 22nd down at Remax Field. Here's stories from former Blue Jay and Edmonton Trapper Devon White. You can try your luck in the batting cages and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. The Edmonton Elks will welcome in the Rough Riders Saturday at 5, looking to make it back-to-back wins against the defending Grey Cup champions. Elsewhere around the CFL, the Lions will have another different quarterback making a start this season, as they're expected to give the nod to rookie pivot Caden Salter for their game Thursday against the Bombers. Also, former CFL Most Outstanding Defensive Player Lorenzo Malden has unretired to join the Lions. 33-year-old had previously signed a 1-day deal to retire with the Red Blacks in March after a stint in the USFL. NFL news and notes. Preseason schedule will kick off next Thursday from Canton, Ohio's Hall of Fame game as the Panthers take on the Cardinals. Defensive tackle Vita Vea, meanwhile, has requested a trade from the Buccaneers. That request comes after failed attempts at contract extension talks. And the Colts will have their starting quarterback back on the field when they open training camp tomorrow, as Daniel Jones has said that he's been fully cleared to participate in camp from the Achilles injury he suffered last season. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he doesn't need to be involved in the focus group for the debate, but just wants to hang around for the good times.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? Hey, nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind? 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Tati and Eric and all of the bad guys. Like Brzezinski and Noodles, Gadget and Gauge it. Go to Play Alberta and make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Sharky's always on time, Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number 1 in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We want to hear some hot takes and we want to hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I want
7:33 on the Nielson Show, brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Thank you very much for being here today. You can text us anytime. That'll get you into the Paris Jewelers inbox today, 780-218-9999. Visit their website, parisjewelers.com. And, of course, we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio today. We got weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental still to come as well. Dave Naylor's going to be by in about an hour. Kind of easy trivia, 3 questions too many, all still to come on the show this morning, but we're going to talk a little association. Hey, I think it's probably time to get into that today. All right, he's joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline this morning. Is Josh Lewenberg, who covers the Raptors NBA for TSN, and What a summer in the NBA once again. Josh, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Good, guys. What's going on?
Not much, man. Lots to talk about. I've got my new Sixers hat as a LeBron guy. I follow him everywhere he goes, and I have to tell you, I'm very intrigued by this current landing spot, considering they fired their GM. I mean, not that long ago. It was in May, and then they put some pieces in place to get Jaylen Brown. They get LeBron James. A real whirlwind here. Your thoughts on how things have unfolded in Philly over the last month or so?
Yeah, look, I'm surprised. I mean, we heard Philly is a team that was in the mix for LeBron, but I don't know. I never really took them seriously as like a legitimate contender. I figured, okay, well, maybe he goes back to Miami. Maybe he goes back to Cleveland. Golden State seemed like they kind of fell out of it towards the end, but part of me kind of wanted to see him end his career with Steph and Draymond. I don't think that team would have been very good, but it would have been fun. But the choice to go to Philadelphia, I mean, first of all, really interesting. And I think also telling in terms of where LeBron is at this point in his career, towards the end of his career, obviously. And he kind of spoke to it in that statement that he put out on social media. But clearly, the priority here is winning another championship. Maybe another 2 championships if he plays out this 2-year deal, at least competing for another 2 championships, chasing Michael Jordan and his legacy. But the other thing that really stood out, and this goes back to some comments that Rich Paul made a few weeks ago, that if the Knicks hadn't won the championship, he would have went to New York. Instead, he ends up in Philadelphia. So I think there's something about the idea of going to one of these legacy franchises that hasn't had success, certainly not championship level success in a long time, bringing a championship to one of these markets and a long suffering fan base. And look, like if he were to bring a championship back to Philadelphia, what that would mean for that fan base, what that would mean for his legacy, which only continues to grow. I can see the vision, and while like the puzzle is a little bit complicated here, like it's going to take some work to get all the pieces to fit together, and that's a challenge for Nick Nurse and company. They've got a lot of talent. It's a really good team, really loaded. And while you could say like, okay, well, there's only one ball. There's a lot of guys that are used to having the ball in their hands. Like, is this going to work? LeBron makes it easier, not harder. He's the ultimate connector. He's the guy that makes other players around him better, always has. Even at 40 plus, he's still doing it. He can play just about every position on the floor. He can be whatever you need him to be at any given moment. So while I do think there are some things that they're going to need to figure out, and obviously the health of Embiid, there are some question marks here for sure, but I'm not counting LeBron out. We've certainly learned not to do that at this point, right? Like by this point, you know that he finds a way to win. He's done it at every stop in his career.
I think, and you mentioned him in there, and he would be a guy that you know. I'm very intrigued by Nick Nurse and how he handles this. And there's a ton of talent. They got a couple good pieces coming off the bench as well. I know they said LeBron chatted with Nick Nurse before he ended up making the decision. I think it was reported that he was the only coach that he talked to in the process. What do you think about Nick Nurse's ability to make this work?
We've seen it. He's done it, right? Like even as a rookie head coach 8 years ago, it's almost exactly 8 years ago that the Raptors traded for the first time for Kawhi Leonard, and Nurse, who thought he was inheriting a really good playoff caliber team with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, ended up inheriting a championship caliber team with Kawhi coming in. And that was a really difficult year. I mean, Lowry was sulking from the get-go. They had just traded his best friend. He wasn't speaking to various members of the front office. Kind of just coming in, doing his work and leaving. And Kawhi, obviously, in his looming free agency, would he show up? Is he going to be healthy? Was he going to stay? They had a lot of things to... There were a lot of ways that could have fallen apart, and it didn't, and Nurse was a big part of that. I think this is going to be tricky in a lot of ways as well, but he's a coach that has shown that he's able to do it.
You brought up Kawhi Leonard. Just walk us through, for some listeners and viewers who aren't familiar with the whole situation, how do we get to this point, and where are we at in terms of the timeline of Kawhi eventually becoming a Raptor? I mean, is this something that's just going to take some time here, or is it still kind of up in the air, I guess?
Yeah, I wish I had something new to add or report, but I'm doing the same as you guys are doing, and the Raptors are doing, and the Clippers are doing, and basically the entire league is doing now that LeBron has picked his team. This is normally the time of the year going into August where the NBA essentially shuts down. Everybody goes on vacation until things start to ramp up again in September. But there is this big looming question now hanging over everybody, and that's what happens to the Clippers and what happens with Kawhi and now the Raptors, because all of a sudden, as of a month ago and this trade being consummated, now there are more players and more teams in limbo that are at the whims of the NBA in this investigation that doesn't seem to be nearing an end anytime soon. I mean, certainly nothing is imminent here. It's going on to the 11th month of this investigation. We're getting close to a year here. And the Raptors, like, I mentioned this a month or so ago, or at least a few weeks ago, they continue to act and talk as though Kawhi is a member of the Raptors. Yeah. So they are confident that this trade is going to get done, that it's a matter of when and not if. But do I think they know something that we don't? Not really. Like, there's still a ton of uncertainty. There are still a ton of questions in terms of how this thing shakes out. The reason for their confidence, same reason for my confidence in thinking that there's a really good chance this ends up happening, is the sense is the only way this doesn't happen is if the NBA brings the hammer down on Kawhi and voids his contract. Not only, like, at that point, the trade can't be made, right? Like, the Clippers can't trade a player that they don't have. So that would obviously be the disaster scenario, but it's extremely unlikely for a few reasons. One, his current contract isn't even the one that is in question, that's being investigated. That was the contract signed back in 2021 that expired a year ago. So do they punish Kawhi and his current contract for something that happened back then? Maybe it's possible, but not likely. And then also, like, if they are bringing the hammer down on somebody, it's going to be the Clippers. Not to say that Kawhi is not complicit and won't be punished. It's very possible we see a sizable suspension here. But at the end of the day, like, even if Kawhi asked the Clippers for the things that we know he asked the Raptors for back in 2019, things that are not allowed in the NBA CBA, at the end of the day, like, a player and his representatives can ask for whatever they want. Team doesn't have to give it to them. The Raptors didn't give it to him back in 2019. The onus is on the Clippers to say no. That's not to say that Kawhi won't be punished. But I think it's the Clippers, especially after an 11-month investigation. After you investigate something for a year, I can't imagine you say, all right, well, we actually didn't find anything, nothing to see here. Something is going to happen. Something is coming down. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's a lot of smoke here. But it's the Clippers who are probably facing lost draft picks. Another reason why they probably want to make this trade in the end, right? Because they're not going to take away the Raptors picks from the Clippers. They're going to take away the Clippers picks. So the Clippers need the Raptors picks. The Raptors need Kawhi. Kawhi wants to go to the Raptors. So all of that said is, like, even if we're looking at like a 20, 25 game suspension here, and I think that's on the higher end of things, I still think the Raptors go through with this trade. By the way, only 3 players in NBA history have ever been suspended for more than 30 games, and that's Ron Artest, Malice at the Palace, and then Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton with the gun in the locker room situation in Washington. So unless you feel like whatever Kawhi did here, his part in salary cap circumvention, if they can prove it, is worse than those things, we're probably looking at a suspension under 30 games. Kawhi's not playing a full season anyway at this stage of his career. So, I think it's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, a new definition of load management.
Yeah, did a different way. Yeah.
You mentioned smoke and fire. I wonder your thoughts on Jamal Murray, and perhaps I've seen a few reports on that. I mean, is that something, too, that you could see kind of happening here sooner rather than later, or what's the likelihood of this coming down the chute?
Low. I think for Denver to sell is unlikely at this point because, I mean, they're still competitive in a Western Conference that is looking a little bit more wide open now that the East has gotten stronger. So I don't see them selling, especially coming off of a year where Jamal Murray was fantastic. They still have Jokic. But from the Raptors side of things, I think they're done for now. I mean, obviously, it's really tough right now for them to do anything, given that they're in limbo, that they don't know for sure if Kawhi is going to be with them next season. They don't know for sure how much they're going to have Kawhi. And they also, I mean, it's really tough from a cap management standpoint. I don't want to get too deep into the minutia, but if they end up making this trade, they'll be hard capped at the first apron. And they're like right up against it. Like they've got a few $1 million to spare. And once you're hard capped, you can't obviously go over that number. So you're pretty restricted in what you can do here. I know a lot of people have been critical of the league from that standpoint of like, well, you're hamstringing the Raptors. Is there an opportunity cost? Are the Raptors missing out on some great opportunity either to sign a player or to trade for a player because the NBA is kind of frozen them in limbo? I mean, first of all, and Adam Silver has reminded us of this over and over again, the league didn't pause the trade. The Raptors decided to put it on hold in order to be sure, be safe, have some certainty in terms of what the Kawhi punishment looks like. Sure, fine. But I also think like the opportunity cost is relatively low. And this kind of has to do with the Jamal Murray situation. One, I don't think that there is another move out there that they can or want to make right now. I think the moves that were going to be made have been made. LaMelo Ball is somebody that the Raptors were interested in, but they weren't going to pay that price. I'm told that the interest level in Jaylen Brown and Ja Morant, even before they were traded from the Raptors, was relatively low, even at the prices they ended up going for. And they're a team also that has always been opportunistic. It's not like, if the Kawhi trade wasn't out there, they were going to go out and do something else. They were always going to wait for the right opportunity for the right player. They believe that was Kawhi. If there is a subsequent move, I could see it kind of being similar to the Marc Gasol trade that they make in the middle of the season as opposed to doing it right now. And then in terms of free agency, the Raptors didn't have money to spend even before the Kawhi trade. They would have been sitting on the Brandon Ingram contract. They still would have been over the cap near the luxury tax. So it's not like they'd be players in the free agent market anyway. So, I mean, right now they're waiting and there's not really much that they can do other than wait anyway.
As always, man, it's a pleasure chatting with you. Hopefully the Kawhi thing gets sorted out and you can actually just relax for the month of August. All right. Hey, by the way, who signed that ball behind you? What's the signature on there?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. I think so. This is an old school Raptors ball, I think. So this would have been one of the first Raptors teams back in the 90s. So there might be a Tracy McGrady on here somewhere.
T-Mac? Maybe that.
Maybe a Chauncey Billups. I don't know.
Good stuff, man. We appreciate the time. Thanks a lot.
Oliver Miller.
Oh, big O. That's a good one. Thanks, man. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
There you go. That is Josh Lewenberg. Man, I got to tell you, I know we love hockey season and stuff, but I'm loving talking about
always got time for
today, man. Like it's a lot of fun.
We got college football going on.
I see the nasty chest just talking about your college football.
Loving that.
J. Lou was on the Firehouse Subs hotline, 15 Firehouse Sub locations across the Edmonton greater area, plus the new one that's serving breakfast at the airport. Easy, grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Got a photo of somebody chomping down on a breakfast.
I saw. Lacombe Drew here texted in and said his son Lacombe Pita loves the Firehouse breakfast more than he loves screen time during traveling.
He's just getting into that thing.
And kids love screen time, but you got to love the breakfast at Firehouse at the airport, man. It is absolutely delicious. That was a good conversation right there. The East is, I wish he gives such good answers. I wanted to ask him like where he thought the Celtics and Cavs fit in.
There's a lot
to the Raptors and Sixers and Knicks and stuff.
Well, maybe we fly him out here for the debate. You can really get it.
I'm going to fire him a text today and be like, hey, can you hop on tomorrow? Talk about the Celtics and the Cavs and how they all fit in the East. They're going to get him out here as one of the independent people on the focus group. If you missed it earlier in the show today, we did announce that September 23rd, we are having some special evening programming. It'll be live on our YouTube channel. Could probably put it out live on the stream as well.
Why not?
I will be debating against a hardcore Jordan fan. We're going full-blown podiums, moderator.
Just papers.
Hour and a half. No phones, no computers.
Lots of papers.
We're going to have a 15-person focus group, hopefully here at the studio. Possibly a small goat here as well. And it should be a lot of fun. So mark it on your calendar. This is a huge back-to-back week. Estes are Tuesday, the 15th.
Wow. Yeah.
And then the next week, the GOAT debate, September 23rd. Going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get into weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental, where they confess to being cautiously optimistic while slowly allowing themselves to believe in the Elks once again.
No, that's cautious optimism is the name of the game. And believing is great, but you always have you should always be cautiously optimistic.
It's easy for us to sit here as Edmonton homers and say they are true contenders. But that's the first question I have for Dave Naylor. Naylor's going to join us just after 8:30 today. And is it okay for this city to accept that the Double E are contenders for the Grey Cup? Legitimate contenders, not pretenders. Legitimate contenders.
In the CFL, I think it's fair.
They've beaten the Riders. They've beaten the Alouettes. What more do you want?
They've lost 2. You set that out yesterday, and that was very taking both sides of it all.
Yeah, well,
in terms of
they
power
lost
rankings.
to BC, only has one win, but it was Nathan Rourke.
True.
So, anyway, we'll get into that with Dave Naylor. He's going to join us around 8:30. Haas texts in and says, who's debating for Kobe? Nobody's debating for Kobe because he's not in this conversation.
Burnett had the idea of making it a three-way debate.
No, Kobe's not in that conversation, guys. Just stop. Steve Nash has more league MVPs than Kobe. Let's put him in the conversation, too.
Sure.
All right, so what are we confessing today? Rick, you start us. What are you confessing?
Well, I confess, and this kind of led from yesterday afternoon, in which, again, I barbecued 3 of those delicious hamburgers I won at the meat draw at the Nasty Bash. Thank you, Fergie's Prostate, and whoever donated. Burgers were great. They're those big ones you get at that.
You ate all 3 burgers?
Yeah.
I kind of glossed over that earlier. 3 burgers is a lot.
Yeah, and they're those thick. And for lunch, I mean, that's more of a supper thing, midday, and I crushed a huge nap after. But they're those nice thick ones you get at, like, you go to Golden Bears games, or you go, like, they're the actual homemade grill burgers. You go to a sporting event. You know the ones.
Yeah.
You know the ones. We all know the ones. So they were great. I mean, that was top drawer. But I go home and I'm barbecuing, and then you hear this thunder. The thunder rolling in.
Oh, you were during that, yes.
But I did it just before. So I guess my confession, long-winded story here, ate the burgers, went inside. That storm or series of storms, there was like 5 or 6 little ones popping over the city at that point. And I was telling Nolan from St. Albert, like, we were getting into weather. I love watching the radar, man. Like I confess, like, this summer, I know people's basements are flooding. Luckily, I'm okay. All that stuff, damage, don't like that. But I love summer storms, and this summer has been a real treat if you're a storm watcher. And I'm at home yesterday, and it got so dark over my house, like it was pitch black.
Really?
No hail, luckily. Strong monsoon rains as we've had. A little bit of thunder. But the darkness, like an afternoon, you usually get thunderstorms in the evening, overnight, that type of thing. But a good old afternoon thunderstorm, midday, I love it. It just seems weird. It got extremely dark, extremely black, and it was just
spooky.
At one point, I looked down here, and it looked like the hangout was it was nighttime.
Yeah, like it was
cool.
Crazy. I don't know, it's kind of neat. So I got to confess, I love storms. I love storm watching. Don't like the damage that comes with it, and everybody has. You saw the video of Connor's Road yesterday or whatever in that area.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Yeah,
I saw a bus drive right through it, and the bus started to
Mill
flood.
Creek was just over the bay. But yeah, so my confession is, I love the storms. Love the storms.
What do you want to confess today? Can be fantasy sports confessions, work confessions, relationship confessions. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Weekly confessions brought to you by Spectrum Rental. Trev, what are you confessing, my man?
I confess, man, I'm kind of running out of confessions. That's what I'm confessing. I got one, but it's nothing crazy.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
Every time
seriously.
it starts with nothing crazy.
No, seriously.
From the Nasty Bash?
No, from the weekend though. I before the Nasty Bash, I'm like going through all my clothes because I have so much stuff that just doesn't fit anymore. And so,
because you're too jacked now.
Yeah, a little bit.
You go to the gym, correct?
Yeah,
just
I've been
goes
going
to the
down.
gym. Yeah.
So anyway, I went through somewhere mid-20s, probably like 24 pairs of jeans that I have, jeans/pants, and only one fit. So I have one pair of jeans. That's what I'm confessing. That's it.
But I don't know what's more stunning, having one pair of jeans or having 24 pairs of jeans.
Yeah. I just was always the same size for so long. So I just kept adding. And then I started working here, put on a little bit of weight.
You're saying they don't fit in the waistband, or you're too long?
My legs so tight.
Because those legs are so thick and muscular.
Oh,
now.
jeez. Like it, man.
What it
I
is.
Had a pair of Jordies for yourself.
Yeah, you know what? I used to have Jordies, but then my buddies made fun of me.
No.
So then
Well,
I stopped wearing them.
They're welcome here.
Oh, thank you. No, I complimented yours at the Nasty Bash.
A good pair of Jordies in the summer months. You get that high tan. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I love jorts.
Yeah, they're great.
But my friends, they were always like, meh.
Oh,
man, I can't wear jean shorts.
Screw them.
Yeah, they're like, you look so ridiculous. So
No.
I have one pair of jeans. That is it. And you know what? It also sucks. No bites. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Nothing. Not even close.
You're trying to sell other pants?
Yeah. I was just, why not?
Where do you sell clothes nowadays? It had to be Marketplace.
Hey, that's where it is.
Do
You
people
can sell
want
anything
used
on Marketplace.
jeans, though?
I don't know.
Oh, people will buy weird things on
so
Marketplace.
different from like going thrifting.
You got to get the car up there, though. That's the summer project
yeah,
here.
that's what
We're
I'm
running
doing.
out of time.
No, I know. I got you. Don't worry. But yeah, so that's what I'm confessing. One pair of jeans is what I own. It's kind of sad.
Now, overall, in your general confessions, it's a pretty lame confession today. You're right.
I know.
Usually have something hilarious like you don't breathe going up and down escalators.
Yeah.
You were here. You weren't here for that one. That was Fraser and I.
was-
Yeah. He holds his breath going up and down escalators, which is classic.
Just for fun, or
No, I just don't like breathing in other people's germs as I go up.
on an escalator and an elevator?
Escalator.
Escalator.
Elevator's fine, I suppose.
They're open air, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but if you're just trailing right behind someone, I don't know, just the idea of it, it just grosses me out.
He's afraid they're going to fart in his face.
Yeah,
Okay?
but if you're
Just
walking
saying.
in the mall too, like you can have the same idea.
Well, you know what? Like if I see people, I'm like, oh, they probably have cooties. I will. If I'm walking behind them, I'll hold my breath and I'll like quickly walk past them, and then I'll exhale.
You hold your breath when you walk past people at the mall?
Yeah, like certain people, not all.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anyway.
Andrea from Calgary texted and says, I confess that I made my kids watch the chore draft with me last night. I like
Nice.
that. I like that. The chore draft is somewhat of a family event. It was a lot of fun last night, and we're still working on that deal. Eric's trying to decide which fancy meal he wants in exchange for a bathrooms for dusting tray.
I'm whittling this down. I have a bit of a short list in my mind right now, and I'm
just try not to do
envisioning
like
the
some
evening right
gross
now.
food that I.
No, but I think we do have to kind of,
You try to stick it to me a little bit.
No, not at all. But I want to expand your palate too. I'm not going to take you to whatever you would think is the most grossest food. I'm not going to do that to you. I would not want to do that. I want it to be an enjoyable evening, not only for myself but for yourself as well.
Good conversation and food.
But I also want you to come away with it being like, hey, look at this.
You think I would be like, I like that?
I think so. I have,
Oh yeah, I can tell the look on your face, man. I'm going to be so grossed out if you pull the trigger on this deal.
This deal will probably be made, but again, you will have a right of refusal as well. You can say no,
I guess
sir.
I
and
could
then-
say no.
and then
I
you're
mean,
doing
what you
bathrooms and
throw
I'm
me at
doing
the end.
dusting, and we all go our separate ways. But I think this would be quite enjoyable.
Here's my confession. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in you guys. You don't know why, do you?
Both of us?
Both of you. More so you than him.
Happy birthday?
More so me?
Yeah.
It's your birthday?
It's your birthday?
No, it's not my birthday.
I don't know.
Oh.
Maddie and Reed would have that in their phone.
Yeah, I was going to say, we would have discussed this yesterday.
We found out at the meeting last night. Reed was deleting someone's birthday from his phone, and I was like, "You have our birthdays in your phone?"
I know what it is. I know what it is.
What is it?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. My apologies. You did get a haircut, and I didn't say.
No, it's not that.
Oh, well.
It's not that.
Nice haircut.
Well, gee.
I have new glasses on, boys.
Oh. Shucks.
These are new glasses. Brand new glasses.
Oh,
First I ever worn.
Where are the old pair? I want to compare.
They're at home.
What's the difference here? What are we
the
looking
blue
at?
on
Well, the other
side.
ones.
Look at the blue.
'Cause you had a
they're
frame.
different sides.
Yeah.
The frame is completely black. My other ones was black at the top, then faded to like gray on the bottom.
Okay.
So these are brand new glasses.
And what's on the sides and on the back?
Look at
you
the
got
blue.
kind of
Look at the
browner.
blue.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's like
browner.
brown on the back.
Wow.
I got 2 new pairs. First time I got glasses in 5 years. And I was like, I'm probably not going to get glasses again for another 5 years. So
New
I got 2
prescription
pairs.
or same old? Just
One
different
of the
style?
eyes, a new prescription. I can see things slightly clearer.
Okay.
It's amazing. But who do I look like with these glasses?
You look very sexy man with glasses.
Close. But I need a name. Who do I look like in my new glasses?
Glasses. LT?
Clark Kent?
Yes!
Oh!
Yeah, because watch.
Yes!
I look like Clark
I was
Kent
just
with these,
gonna
and then I take
tip
them off.
them.
You might be like, that might be
Oh my
Superman.
gosh, that was Superman.
Yeah.
Clark Kent. Hello.
Clark Kent.
Hello.
So
Okay,
my
that
new
was on the tip
glasses
of my
make me
tongue.
look like Clark Kent.
That's pretty
Contacts though? No, like we've talked about this before. Contact. The
I
contact.
wear contacts when I play hockey. I just don't play much hockey
but
anymore.
not for like CFL
and I
and
still
TSN.
No, I can't.
You wouldn't do that.
Stigmatism.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just can't see as clear with my contacts.
Fair enough.
So I like to wear glasses. I got these, and then I got another pair that Tammy likes a little bit more. They look a little bit more professional.
You take those out
She's
for
like,
special nights.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I come home and I'm wearing these glasses. She's like, you're a gross pig. And I said, well, what about these ones?
It's like,
Yeah, and then she said, you're still a little bit of a gross pig, but you look nicer now.
Clemus Lid says Rick Moranis. That was going to be my second.
No,
last one.
man, I think I totally look like Clark Kent.
Yeah,
and it's
you
cool.
do, man. You do.
Now that you
It's
say
cool
it,
if I look like
I'm
Clark
sorry.
Kent.
my bad. I'm really good at those kind of things too. So my apologies.
Real Tube Sock says, I get new glasses often. It's fun. Yeah, I mean, I could have got new glasses a few years ago, but I don't know. I'm busy. I don't like going I do like getting eye tests. It's fun. It's like, it hasn't changed since I was a kid. It's just like 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. I'm like, how does this not advance?
Did they take like an X-ray of like your retina and everything? Did you see all that? When you
Yes,
look
they
behind-
did do
That's
that.
nuts. It looks like outer space.
Yeah, she showed me my veins.
It's crazy.
And I was like, what is this? I said, is this healthy veins? She goes, yeah, if they're really squiggly, it's not that healthy.
Yeah,
She goes,
yeah.
but yours are
Oh,
fine.
wow.
And I was just like, yes. So I do have strong eye veins.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that's nice. But so yeah, my confession was I got new glasses and you guys didn't even notice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll be better. They look great though. I'm seeing it now.
Right?
Look at the sides. I
You
love
can
the
tell
sides.
the sides are nice,
Yeah.
professional looking. I'm pretty excited about them.
Oh, you should be. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. That's Weekly Confessions brought to you by Spectrum Rental. Senior Boot says, I can't find that Jags bet on PA. Oh, it's up.
Yeah, it's up there. I was looking right at it. Yeah,
Go to playalberta.ca and click on EST Specials, my man. And then you'll see the EST Afternoons. Screw it, let's do it. That's NHL Futures. Jays play of the day from yesterday. Calgary Stampeders -4.5. They're going into the hammer. That's at -105 with a boost. And then the Jags to win the AFC South. Boosted for 24 hours from +240 to +265. Find it over on that page. 7 o'clock hour has been brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense. All right, we got Dave Naylor coming up. We're going to talk some CFL. Lots to get to around the Canadian Football League. Who is Caden Salter?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
Not really.
No, yeah.
No. The game that Rourke got hurt, I was furiously Googling because I was calling it.
I know, that's why.
I was
that's
furiously
why, yeah.
Googling Caden Salter at the half because, I mean, I've watched Chase Bryce when he's played.
Right,
I was just
right.
like, they might have to get to Caden Salter in this game. And, yeah, so he's going to get the start there. But we'll find out. Does Naylor think that the Elks are 100% legitimate Grey Cup contenders? We'll get into that with Naylor. And I'll tell you, if he doesn't, I'm going to have to get into it with him a little bit.
Oh, you're.
They have to be. They've beaten the Riders. They've beaten the Alouettes. They only have one loss.
Well, no, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing
Yeah.
here if you're not?
They should. I mean, they should probably get more love from the odds makers right now. They still only have the third best odds to win the entire
Hop
thing.
on it now.
All right. So we need somebody to play kind of easy trivia. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. We've hit 7 in a row. We are 7-0. If you want to play, text Trev right now. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Oh, Senior Boot says he's looking for the 8.5 wins. Yeah, well, then you click on NFL. It'll pop up. Then you click on outrights. And then you click on regular season. And then you'll see it in there. All right, so click on NFL, click on outrights, click on regular season. You'll find the Jags at 8.5. If you want to play trivia, text Trev right now, 780-218-9999. And if you have any questions for 3 questions too many, send those over to the same number, 780-218-9999. If you are listening on 95.7, don't go anywhere. The fun continues here on a Creed Tuesday. We are going to have a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update for you. Then you're back with us. If you're on any of our online platforms, YouTube, smash the thumbs up. Tune in, iHeart, tell your friends how easy it is to stream the station. We got a sports update for you online. Brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Jays taking the opener of a 3-game series with the Nationals 3-2 last night as Max Scherzer made his return from the IL. Toronto and Washington go at it again tonight, 4:45. First pitch, Shane Bieber, the scheduled starter as the Jays enter play 5 games back of a wild card spot. Jays also avoided a worst-case scenario with Addison Barger as he had surgery yesterday for a season-ending elbow injury, but should be ready to resume action in next year's spring training. Riverhawks' playoff push continues tonight. They'll kick off a 9-game road trip in Kamloops against the North Paws. You can listen to that game live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Coverage begins at 7:30. Plus, don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival August 22nd at Remax Field. Hear stories from former Blue Jay and Edmonton Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. You can snag your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. CFL news and notes ahead of Week 9 as the Elks will welcome in the Rough Riders Saturday at 5. The Lions, meanwhile, will have a third different quarterback making a start this season Thursday against the Bombers as they're expected to give the nod to rookie pivot Caden Salter. Also, former CFL Most Outstanding Defensive Player Lorenzo Malden has unretired to join the Lions. The 33-year-old had previously signed a one-day deal to retire with the Red Blacks in March after a short stint in the USFL. NFL news and notes, the Colts will have their starting quarterback back on the field when they open training camp tomorrow. Daniel Jones has said that he's been fully cleared to participate in camp from the Achilles injury that ended his campaign last year. Defensive tackle Vita Vea, meanwhile, has requested a trade from the Buccaneers. That request comes after failed attempts at contract extension talks. Preseason schedule in the NFL kicks off next Thursday in the Hall of Fame game from Canton, Ohio, as the Panthers battle the Cardinals. Sports update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Tuesday. What's up? It's the AM Nasty on the FM dial. Thank you very much for being here this morning. If you're watching over on YouTube right now, you can see that my new glasses make me look just like Clark Kent, which is what I was going for. Which is what I was going for earlier.
Is there a thumbnail over your face?
Yeah, there's a picture of Clark Kent over there, but just a second, let me move my hat.
Tell,
let me do my
actually,
hair,
to be
and I'll
honest
turn
with
my
you.
head, and then Trev can take it off, and see it's me. I have my head turned the wrong way.
I don't see a change
but
at all.
But it's basically
really.
the same guy.
Yeah.
Put it back up, Trev. Well, all right, wait a second. I turn my head the same way as him. Okay, ready? And the other way. Okay, here we go. See, I look just like Clark Kent, man.
You put that up for Naylor. I don't think he.
Naylor wouldn't even know.
Blink. He doesn't blink.
Naylor wouldn't even know. Yeah.
Speaking of Naylor, we should be getting an.
We should get an alarm in 1 minute. There it is. Naylor alarm. We got Naylor alarm
Send
here.
the text.
Yeah, I'm going to text Dave Naylor right now and say 20-minute warning. There he is.
Like a 20-minute warning.
I wonder what he's doing right now.
Well,
20-minute alert. I'll say 20-minute warning. All right, there we go. That was perfect timing. The alarm went right off as he did it. All right, so Dave Naylor's going to join us from CFL and TSN. He'll be on just after 8:30. Lots to talk about around the Canadian Football League. The Nielson Show today and every day, of course, brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Penner's Pancakes, not today, man. My glasses definitely don't look like a Chiefs glasses. We're not doing that comparison there.
There's a few guesses
I'm Clark
there.
Kent, damn it. Come on. All right.
Put a Chiefs face over his. We'll see if maybe.
Were
we can tell
you
the difference.
pretending to be Clark Kent at home? And does he have laser vision? Does Superman have laser vision? Your laser vision accidentally slice your furnace in half, and then you need a new furnace now because of your laser vision when you were pretending to be Clark Kent and Superman. Well, then go get a new furnace, a train furnace at Weiss Johnson. 15% off if you get any additional mechanical system done at the same time. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit WJSportsTalk.com and book an estimate today. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. Find them at West Ed, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, online at parisjewelers.com, Canadian and family owned. I think I saw yesterday, it popped up on my For You feed or whatever, 2 kids jumped off the second level down into the water at West Ed.
Oh, a tradition unlike any other.
How many times a year do you think that happens?
Better into the water than through that Cinnabon roof that one year, right?
You'd be. Well, I mean, you're still an idiot.
Well, that water with all the stuff, like you can see on the top, there's that layer
There's
of
a layer of
grease.
film.
Yeah,
film.
I ain't touching that. But
how many times a year? If I what would we set the over under
at least once? I'd go like 1.5
for people jumping in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you it's. I might set it at 9.5.
Whoa!
Think about how many people go through the mall every year. Maybe 4.5.
But you're saying
maybe
documented video of somebody doing it. There's probably times maybe somebody does and we don't know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, then we'd have to.
Wonder if the mall people could tell us this.
I'd say 9.5 is not people washing their feet in those smaller pools. That's really taken a hold now.
What was that?
Where the coins are and everything, those small pools.
Oh yeah.
You know, people like to it's a hot day, you put your feet in there.
If you're there, using your toes to pick up some coins.
Yeah.
Along the way.
Scuba hood.
All right, we're going to play a little kind of easy trivia. 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. If you mention Edmonton Sports Talk, you'll get 5% off anything new or used in store. That's in store only. Don't miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. Very cool monthly online auctions there. They're Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787 or visit them at 14510 124th Ave. Trivia, 3 questions. If you have a question, send it in. And then Naylor and the rap for William Huff.
And a trade to announce. Inside the rap for William Huff later to come.
A trade to possibly
you'll
announce.
You'll take it.
Do you think so?
I think you will.
Okay. Oh, well, this is interesting now. All right, we're going to play kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. Remember your best summer? Well, this one's about to top it. Welcome to Camp Mike's at Mr. Mike's. Mess hall, waffle fry nachos, campfire mojitos, and stories that get better every round. Camp Mike's. Come make it a summer to remember. Mr. Mike's, eat locally, enjoy casually. We've hit 7 in a row. Trev, who's playing today?
For 8, it's Cassian.
Cassian.
That's what he said.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not Zach or Matt.
No.
Interesting. There's a third person with the name Cassian.
Maybe that's his first name.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's go to Cassian playing today. Cassian, is that your first name or your last name?
That's my first name.
Cool.
Whoa.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty unique.
Thank you.
Have you ever met another person named Cassian?
I have not.
No. I wouldn't think so. You're the only one.
Is it with a K?
Yeah, one and only.
Do your buddies call you Cass?
Yeah, literally. That's
I knew it.
bang on.
Yeah, I knew it. All right, here we go. Trev will start the ticker after reading the first question. This is definitely the first time you've ever played, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Let's do it. We're looking for 8 in a row. The ticker will start after read the first question. Good luck. What sport does Max Scherzer play?
Baseball.
Did the Blue Jays win yesterday?
Yes.
True or false? The Elks still only have 1 loss.
Yes.
How many CFL teams have Alberta home? Call Alberta home.
2.
Which city is home to baseball's Mariners?
Seattle.
Boom.
Oh,
did you hear that?
Oh, is that dirty? This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions. Oh, is that dirty?
Frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing with yourself.
Oh, is that dirty?
You cannot come to my house. No, 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 not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, 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 not today.
Interesting with Cass there, isn't it?
Multiple fronts. There's a true and false question. He's like, yes.
Yeah. Technically 4 out of 5. True or false? The Elks still only have 1 loss. Yes.
Okay.
That was interesting. El Presidente texted and says, is Cassian riding with Barry the Cheater?
Sounds like it.
Dex texted in and says, Cass the Cheater. Norm is saying, who the F was in the background? There was somebody in the background for sure.
Yeah, needing that help on that Mariners question.
Yeah.
It's not like it was terribly. I just and it was the first one as well. There was a ruffling in the background. So really, he got assisted on 2. The true and false, he said yes. He's really 2 out of 5.
Oh no, it's a dub. It's a dub. All right. A text from somebody we like to call the commish.
Oh, wow.
Quinn Phillips.
Wow.
Quinn Phillips. I texted Quinn yesterday and I said, what's your schedule like on August 4th or 5th? Because in the month of August, the only days, well, I guess we would all be in on the 6th and 7th as well. You're here all of next week.
Till Christmas.
I'm here all of next week. Benny's here all of next week. And Rita's here all of next week. We want to do our next draft. The on-screen death draft.
This is movies and television?
Movies and
Just
television.
on screen, yeah.
Movies and television. Let's see here. Should we do it the Tuesday after the long weekend? I'd like a little bit of ramp-up time.
You need a ramp-up, and you need time on air here to kind of, promote
Let's
and
go
discuss it.
Wednesday the 5th. On-screen death draft. I think we're good.
Benny's looking to remain perfect, correct? And there was
Benny's
talk
2-0.
yesterday at the meeting, right?
Well, Wannick's trying to get him to win a third one and then retire. But why would you not want Benny to stick around? He's fun. Plus, if Benny doesn't stick around, then Glue Guy's going to slide back in, and Glue Guy makes things very controversial.
Wannick's still working his tentacles through the draft.
I know, it doesn't care about it.
No.
Doesn't care about it, but here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is. All right, so we should be on Wednesday, August 5th, on-screen death draft from 9 to 11.
What's the unanimous first overall selection? In that
Not
draft?
sure there is.
Where does Jax and Titanic go?
Well, I don't know if it's so much drafts, but maybe
You call him
play
Jax in Titanic?
Jack.
Oh, I thought you said Jax.
But you go to like certain movies and shows.
Jack and Titanic pisses me off. He could have easily climbed on something.
No, he's just nice.
No.
Rose never let him on.
Rose is basically a murderer.
That was Rose's fault.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Rick?
Well, I think maybe you stack up a good roster of just memorable movie. Like, it doesn't have to be the best. Like I don't think there's a how do you define best?
I don't know. I don't know what categories
I think you
are.
just go for most well known, and I think that'll really strike with voters, eh? Like that type of thing.
Iron Man's is like up there for sure.
Oh, that's a good one. And Spency 5 cents, he says Bruce Willis in Armageddon saves the world.
There's some funny ones too. Road Dog Trev, Chubb Peterson falling through the window.
Yeah, that's a funny one. There should be a category for funniest on-screen death. Hey, the funniest one?
That could be good. That's a good one.
Yeah, here, let me start a categories page, everybody.
Yeah, the categories are going to be...
All right, funniest. That's a good one.
Saddest.
The saddest.
Most gory.
Green Mile.
What about the one that led to the most revenge?
Yeah.
Like somebody texted in and said John Wick's dog.
Yeah.
Like John Wick's dog dying led to 4 movies.
Yeah.
That dude was retired. Death that led to revenge. There's got to be something like that. Raider Jesse says Glenn on The Walking Dead. Yeah, when that happened, man, I quit watching The Walking Dead. That was the last straw for me in Walking Dead. Do we go saddest, or is it just like lots of them are sad? Like, do we just leave this? Are there a ton of categories in this one, or is it?
I don't think we need to
It's
be.
kind of like just wide open.
I think that's not bad either. I don't want to kind of categorize it too much, but
780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. I mean, Iron Man. And
Like,
then that's
if you're a fan of the MCU, of course. But
that's a pretty big one.
that packs a punch.
Kyle the Embalmer says Sam Jackson in Deep Blue Sea. Yeah, as far as I would put that in the funny category. He's sitting there making that passionate speech, and the shark with the huge brain like jumps out and just grabs him and pulls him back in.
Hank on Breaking Bad. That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Hank Schrader.
Nolan from St. Albert texts and says Maximus's son and wife's death in Gladiator, as far as leading to revenge.
Ironhide, Transformers 3. Still breaks my heart.
Are you serious?
That was tough.
Did you just make a Transformers 3
destroyed
reference?
Me. That destroyed me, man, when I was a little kid. That stuck with me for like a week. I was like, why would they let go of Ironhide? He was the best.
Your boy Baron texts in and says, you need a Sean Bean category. He dies in every movie. Of course, he was the guy who died at the end of season 1 of Game of Thrones, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ned Stark.
A Sean Bean category.
Oh, yeah, Ned Stark's good. Yeah.
Just Sean Bean deaths. What we probably would have to have, would we call it a murder scene? Where it's like multiple murders? Like the Red Wedding? Or something like that? Like a murder scene?
Yeah, like multiple.
Like a killing spree scene, basically.
Yeah.
Most surprising death. That's not a bad one. I like that category.
Yeah, that could be good.
Most surprising death.
Joe Pesci when he thinks he's going to get made. When
he walks in as a main man and gets spot. I didn't watch Goodfellas for the first time until like 3 years ago.
Oh, dude.
And you're not going to believe it. That was never spoiled for me. So I'm sitting there watching it, and he walks in, and I was like, oh, nice. And then boom. I was like, oh, my God. Yeah, that's a good one as well.
This is the end. Could have a bunch of.
Oh, there's a bunch of funny ones in there.
You could just draft all off Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic Park deaths.
Those are. I mean, come on. The lawyer on the toilet.
Yeah,
Dennis
that was
Nedry with the Dilophosaurus.
Nedry Dilophosaurus.
And then what's Samuel L. when he goes to turn the power on and the arm kind of shoots like,
the arm.
You know, like.
Oh, that was so scary. All right, anyway, so Quinn texts me back. She says both the 4th and 5th are good right now. And I said, well, what about Wednesday the 5th? On-screen death draft. I like that. Then we got time to review it the next day and a day to lead up to it after the holiday on Monday. This comes together quickly. This come together very quickly. And get the order done maybe even tomorrow on tomorrow's show while we're all here. And then
you could just have Miranda and YYC says just have a TV category and a movie category and populate them from there type of thing.
Just 2 categories?
And then just, fill them up
TV
or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way to break it down there. Oh, Old Yeller. That was a tough one as a kid. All right, well, it's on now. Should be good.
Oh yeah, Pesci in the cornfield in Casino as well. That's not a good one. Is it him and his brother or something like that?
Oh yeah,
that's his brother.
Gets dumped into the That's a terrible. That's a terrible scene.
Marshall is
He's like, brother.
Marsh is on the way to basketball camp this morning. He's listening in the car. He's got Town's phone. He texts me. He goes, Han Solo. This is Marshall. Han Solo killed by his own son.
Oh, yeah. That's actually.
Well, Vader, too, when you take off the, and he's.
Taco texts in and says, land before time when the mom dies.
Oh.
That's so sad. Poor Littlefoot.
And even, what is it about Bambi? The mother passes away?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mufasa in The Lion King for saddest.
Oh, damn.
Mufasa.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Won't be a dry eye in that draft, hey? We'll be all crying. We'll
Very
be crying.
sad draft.
We'll all be crying.
I know.
We should all cry.
I'm going to try to target G-Baby and Hardball because that was sad as hell.
The mom in Finding Nemo. Marlins. I forget her name. That was sad.
All right. Oh, animal death, cartoon death. There's all these types of things. Animal death, cartoon death. Yeah, there's some categories here, you guys.
Killed by an animal.
Keep the killed by an animal. That's a good one. Killed by animal death.
Colton says Blue from Old School.
You're my boy, Blue.
Mondo.
What about this one? Best way to die. Blue from Old School.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, best way to die.
The shoe from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Doesn't he get dipped? Mondo says the dog from Will Smith's I Am Legend, and he's living with him.
That's sad. He's holding him and he suffocates him.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great draft. Make sure you're with us next Wednesday at 9 o'clock for a 30-round on-screen death draft.
We should all cry, though.
Yeah. We should,
Somehow, some
I'm
way.
not going to lie, man. I might cry a little bit.
Yeah, but we should all have a good cry and tissues. And
accidental deaths. Could be another category. Accidental deaths. All right, we got to get to 3 questions too many here. The show has been sidetracked. All right, 3 questions too many. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment today?
Yeah, I do. 3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's really looking forward to this death draft. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
What a sick puppy.
Yeah.
Colton texts in and says we should have a pre-draft moment of silence.
That would work
for all
too,
the deaths we're about to draft. Yeah, that's a good idea too. All right, question number 1. Guys, what are the odds that Cody Fajardo could beat out Justin Rankin as the MOP this season?
Well, I think the odds are good because he's a quarterback. And we've seen this trophy usually go. I mean, we've said if it's not a quarterback, the player has to have like extremely, extremely off-the-page numbers, which Rankin was putting up. But we all knew that was probably unsustainable throughout the course of a full season. So I could see it at his age and the story that he's building, going into the offseason, not knowing what he wants to do. He's back.
There's a great narrative there. You're right about that.
And he's the guy that, again, he got banged up a little last game. He doesn't go. You'd have to break both his legs and both of his arms for him to take himself out of a game.
Yeah.
So he's got that like fighter mentality with him. So I think it's a great story, and people want to attach stories to MOPs. So he still keeps putting up numbers such as he is. And I mean, the question was beating out Rankin. Again, I don't think any of us thought that what Rankin was doing very early was sustainable. And he'll have his games. He's very elusive. His style's great, but in terms of numbers, being a quarterback, I think it's very possible that he beats him out.
I think
it's a great question, a great problem to have here.
There's a couple of things. There's also like the whole McDavid, Hart, Draisaitl impact thing, right? If they're both that good, mind you, it's MOP. It's not MVP, so it's different. It's a different conversation.
It's just outstanding.
I think if Rankin goes for 1,000 and 1,000. He would have the edge over Cody. If he doesn't, the edge might go to Cody in that conversation. Guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, by the way, we need one more question for 3 questions too many. 780-218-9999. Also saw a suggestion of a character that we wish would have had an on-screen death.
Oh, boy.
Hey, one that you want to kill off that didn't get killed off. That's a good category. If you have a third question, send it in. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you guys rate McDavid's golf swing?
Haven't seen it. Don't really care. And I'm not a golfer, so I feel my rating would be very unfair.
The way Trev was talking about it earlier, he thinks it's a 10.
I was going to say at least an 8 or 9.
That's probably. Are you nuts? Oh, you're just messing with me now. I was going to say it's like a 4.
Yeah, no, like
the setup was pretty good, but it was
the follow through, the step through.
through.
Yeah, it definitely messed it up. Like if he can stay put, I'd say like a 7.
Like a 7 maybe?
Yeah, but
I would have liked to have seen where that shot went.
Yeah,
it was
I know,
from the
I
side.
wish.
But the step through
Leon's
on the
was a lot
swing,
better.
It's
It was a lot
Leon's
better.
did look a little bit better.
It wasn't Charles Barkley bad.
No,
it was still pretty
but
bad.
McDavid's got this weird
Step
through where he finishes with both feet,
Yeah.
kind of standing out towards the fairway, which
But
is.
hey, maybe it works for him. Scotty Scheffler's kind of known for having a weird
I'd say
foot
it's
thing.
I'd say it's a 4. I'd say it's a 4.
He does have a hole in one.
Meat texts in and says for 3 questions. All right, here we go. Let's make this the third question, then we'll get to Naylor coming up. With Spider-Man released this weekend, what is one superpower you would like to have, but it has to be useless, like not ever having to go pee or something?
Oh.
So like just a useless superpower.
I know. Easy. I wish that I never, I could control whether I could sleep or not. I don't want to sleep. That's my thing. I wish I never fell asleep again. That
I'm
would be
with you. That was my exact same answer. Not having to sleep.
Not having to sleep. That's the best way to put
Really?
it. Yes.
Could you imagine?
You guys don't
I feel like
sleeping?
I
No,
would
no.
I
But
just
you
love being awake so much.
You like sleeping because you need it. Well, that's what I'm saying. You'd be living 2 lives.
Yeah.
Of all the time you spend sleeping over the course of a life, you add all that up. That's
You
2
would
lives.
get to live 2 lives.
You'd get to live 2
you
lives.
would.
A
And you wouldn't-
daytime life and a nighttime
and
life.
you wouldn't miss it because you don't need it. We like
Yeah.
sleep because you need it. You're like, oh, I'm tired. I like sleep.
Yeah.
I really good sleep.
I
But
guess.
this, you wouldn't even know what you're missing.
Yeah.
That's
You spend years of your life sleeping.
exactly.
So
So,
to,
yeah.
to have that time, all the extra fishing I'd be able to do, all the anything outside, video games, and just getting chores done.
You could even get a job overnight and double your income.
Yeah, honestly.
Or
Just be so much more productive. I would love that. Yes, not even close.
I think I might go the other way and say that I would like to be able to fall asleep instantly. Instantly. Because when I lay down, even if I'm tired, I'm like, thinking about stuff. It's just like
Yeah,
I
some
have a
people
hard
have that
time
power.
falling asleep and I don't get much sleep in the first place. So like I would love to be able to be like, oh, it's bedtime.
Can you do the chair sleep? Have you learned to sleep sitting upright in a chair yet?
In a plane if my head leans.
Yeah, okay.
But even that's tough and
But
it
at
still
home,
takes
like
forever.
you can't sit there and like nod off. And
Now the odd time on the couch if we're watching Clone Wars with the
you'll-
kids, I like the odd time I'll fall asleep like this. But I can't sit up like this and sleep. I would like to be able to just be
crazy.
like, oh, it's time to sleep. Done.
Okay. Yeah, some people
I would
have
also,
that power.
I'm intrigued by your idea though of staying up all the time.
And like for you, you're a workaholic.
Yeah, I do like working.
So much.
I always got things. I got like a
The
to-do
money,
list of like
the
9
money,
things.
the
time,
The walking,
anything,
the
anything.
sightseeing.
Imagine how much stuff you could fit into your
Productivity.
24-hour day. Yeah.
Yes.
And again, you're not missing it
Especially
because you
this-
don't know it. That's the superpower.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the summer days, the summer nights in Edmonton.
Pork belly addict text. Have you pork belly addict text?
There he is.
Says Dusty, I have that superpower. When I go to sleep, I'm out in like 15 seconds. It drives my wife
I'm
nuts.
telling you, some people have that.
How do you do that? You lucky ducks.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Dave Naylor's coming up next. If you are listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, don't go anywhere. A couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. You're right back with us. All of our online platforms, LTE, with the latest in the world of sports right now.
Jays taking the opener of their series with the Nationals 3-2 yesterday. That'll continue later tonight. 4:45 first pitch. Shane Bieber, the scheduled starter. Jays enter play 5 games back of a wild card spot. They also received good news on the Addison Barger front, avoiding a worst-case scenario, as Barger had surgery yesterday for a season-ending elbow injury. He is scheduled to be ready to resume action in next year's spring training. Riverhawks playoff push continues tonight right here on Edmonton Sports Talk as they open a 9-game road trip out in Kamloops. Our coverage gets underway at 7:30. Plus, don't miss the Edmonton Riverhawks Community Foundation Field of Dreams Festival, August 22nd, down at Remax Field. Hear stories from former Jay and Trapper Devon White. Try your luck in the batting cage and learn how to throw a curveball from the pros. Proceeds from the festival go towards helping more local kids play the game they love. Get your tickets for the Field of Dreams Festival at riverhawksfoundation.ca. The BC Lions will have a third different quarterback making a start in 2026, as they're expected to give the nod to rookie pivot Caden Salter for the team's Week 9 contest against the Blue Bombers on Thursday. Also, former CFL Most Outstanding Defensive Player Lorenzo Malden has unretired to join the Lions. 33-year-old had previously signed a one-day deal to retire with the Red Blacks in March after a stint in the USFL. The Elks will welcome in the Rough Riders Saturday at 5, looking to make it back-to-back wins against Saskatchewan. NFL news and notes ahead of preseason kickoff next Thursday in the Hall of Fame game from Canton when the Panthers take on the Cardinals. The Colts They have their starting quarterback back on the field when they open training camp tomorrow. Daniel Jones has said that he's been fully cleared to participate in camp from an Achilles injury sustained last season, while defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade from the Buccaneers. That request comes after failed attempts at contract extension talks. Dave Naylor from the CFL and TSN joins the show next as Hour 3 continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Red sky fading, let's do this right. What you drinking's what I'm drinking, who's got a light? We about to kick off this 9 to 5 from dusk till dawn. Man, it's on. CFL on TSN. Music's playing, yeah, we're swaying, crank it to 10. These stars are falling like confetti, so wish on one for the gone. 3rd and 1 from the gun underneath those Thursday night lights. Singing long live the night. It's a song coming on, one that everyone knows. It's a pass, it's a run, it's a see where it goes. It's the guys and the girls under those stadium lights. Singing long live the night. All the beers and the years gonna fly on by. We're just small town stars holding on to midnight. Take a sip, this is it. Raise them on up real high. Singing long live the night.
I can remember back being an 11-year-old kid about 75 pounds on the basketball court against a neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center. And when it was all said and done, he was a little bit upset, so he punched me in the mouth. My uncles were over on the side observing, talking amongst themselves adult things. When he punched me in the mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. You know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back, he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle looking for protection. Need a big bro to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eye. And I said, my uncle's not going to help me. So I punched him in the face. And then I looked him in the eye and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you going to do?
There you go. Cavis Reed Pump Up song could also be known as Cavis Reed's Uncles Were Horrible song.
Yeah, you listened closely that time around. Hey, you were really...
help this kid out.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine one of my nephews coming over to me. I'd be like, hey, man, just go back over there.
It shaped him into the man.
Yeah, deal with it. Deal with it yourself, I guess. All right, the Nielson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. You can text us anytime. We're going to have Dave Naylor here momentarily. Looks like his screen is dark right now. We'll try to get that.
Always
I think that happened before Naylor. There he is. Classic Naylor. Okay, we'll get to Naylor in a second. I want to get to this text because it's an important one. Scott from Wainwright texts in. Heading over to the Stollery for another surgery for my daughter today, wearing my good luck shirt, and he's wearing an EST, one of the new EST shirts. Says, have a good day, fellas. Another great show. I never miss it. A special, we only do this in the 6 o'clock hour, but a special conch for Scott from Wainwright's daughter. She goes back to the Stollery for more surgery today. Best of luck with everything for the Scott from Wainwright family. All right, we do have the wrap for William Huff still to come, but Dave Naylor is going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. He's our GS Construction headliner today. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities, and once again, they're hiring now, looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca, click on careers to find out more. All right, there he is. In front of a brick wall, it looks like.
Yes.
Dave, where are you right now?
I'm in my backyard. So you want to see the shot? There you go.
I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be a more exciting answer.
Beautiful yard.
With that brick wall there.
It does kind of look a little sort of ominous in front of
Did you build that house by yourself, brick by brick?
Oh, are you? No, I am a bit of a putter around the backyard, though. Can I show you guys a little landscape how to do it on the weekend?
Of course you can. Yeah, I love that.
Seriously,
Yeah.
check this out.
Yeah,
check out the white stones there. Can you see that? See that?
Yeah.
That was my.
You did all
I'm
that?
not handy at all. I did all that. Yeah.
Wow. How long did
On
that
Sunday.
take you?
A whole day. Yeah. A whole day, which like I'm not handy at all indoors, but I'm not bad outdoors. So like I can't change a light bulb, but I can do that. So
I'm
there you go.
useless both indoors and outdoors.
What's happening with the lawn over there? Bit of a.
What's that?
What's happening with the lawn in the back there? Is it a little patchy or?
Yeah, I got a couple patches. Yeah, I got a dog that makes it challenging to have a.
That'll do it. You should have just said that.
That explains it.
Sure.
I've got the watering can going every time he goes, but still, I can't get past it. Yeah.
We were talking about it. We were asked earlier about some superhero stuff because Spider-Man new movie comes out, and these guys said if they could have a useless superpower, it would be staying awake all the time and not getting tired, like not having to sleep. Would you like to not have to sleep, or do you enjoy sleep that much?
No, well, I do enjoy sleep, but I would love to be able to just go 24 hours. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be incredible. And I know some people who claim to like not sleep, like that they're complete insomniacs and don't sleep. But I think they probably sleep a little bit. But I know that would be exceptional, especially as you get older. Not that I'm there, but there are times that, like, I was coming back we did a shoot the other day. We were in Orchard Park, New York. We spent 2 days with Michael Hoyt of the Buffalo Bills, and we were coming back on Friday. We had 2 long days, and my producer, my camera, like, hey, you want to double back to this great restaurant we know there? And I was like. Guys, I just want to go home. You know what I mean? And then they're sending me videos of them at the restaurant later that night.
Oh, so
I'm
they
like,
still went, and you didn't.
They
go.
still went.
Oh.
I bailed, and that's not me. I'm not the bail guy, but just fatigue set in.
Yeah,
I would love it. That would be the greatest.
Let's start with the double E here. It is 100% safe to say now that they are legitimate Grey Cup contenders, right? We're at that point now.
Yeah. Preseason, I picked them for the playoffs, so there you go.
There you go. That's some belief. I like it.
Well, yeah, they are. And look, and part of the reason I picked them was you look at the sustainability of what they did in the second half last year, where the defense really improved. Cody Fajardo took control of the offense. They had ranking going, and in fact, I had a conversation about a week ago. I talked to both Mark Killam and JC Sherritt about the defense, because there was a time, about this time last year, just a little bit earlier, that this defense, statistically, metrically, was one of the worst I'd ever seen. I mean, you go through the weekly rankings, and this defense was last in everything. And, Noah Taylor was on the team. Cordell Jackson was on the team. Joel DeBlanco was on. All the guys that have emerged as stars sort of from that defense were all there. But when they went into the bye week after week 5 or 6, I believe it was, they just kind of examined everything, the way they were teaching, the way they were communicating, the things that they did well, they wanted to do more of, the things that they did less, they wanted to do less of. And, it was just kind of steady improvement from there, to the point that, when you combine that, and look, I'm a Cody Fajardo guy. Like, I'll tell you, here's how much of a Cody Fajardo guy I am. Okay. Last year, when Trey Ford was the starting quarterback of the Edmonton Elks and Cody Fajardo was the backup, I put Cody Fajardo on my top 50 ballot as a backup quarterback.
That's big. Yeah.
I said, look, if you're doing top 50 players in the league, this guy's one of them. I don't care if he's not the starter. He is. And, I didn't put Trey Ford on my list. I said, I hope that at the end of this year I will. But, we all know how that played out, and Trey's playing decently in Hamilton right now. But, I mean, that performance Friday night from Cody Fajardo was like, that's a career signature performance for him. That was something else.
You had him on the top 50s, firmly entrenched in your MOP conversation as well, given what he pulled off last week.
I'd have to take a quicker look at that. And the problem is, it's just such a high bar year for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't tell you that I'd vote for him over Davis Alexander or Vernon Adams, Yeah. But I think that's sort of one of the things that Cody's never going to be the league leader in stuff, probably, although he had a 500-yard passing game. And he is a former Western nominee for most outstanding player in Sask, right, in 2019, I believe it was. But like, heck, he's just a gamer, he's just a guy who, and I talked to some people who criticize the way he throws or this and that. My line is kind of, there's no mark for artistic impression in football. It's like if you get it done, you get it done.
He finds a way,
Doesn't
right?
matter
Like
what
he
it looks
finds
like.
a way. It's just how it is.
Find a way, get it done. It's not a sport that it doesn't matter how you do it. And anyway, I'm glad for him, right? Like if you look at what happened in Montreal, nobody would argue with that decision. If you look at what they had in Davis Alexander as a 26-year-old backup who was ready for his opportunity, and Cody was, I think Montreal was understood if they didn't anoint him, somebody else was going to make him a starter. So you can't argue with the decision that Montreal made. It's not like he got kicked to the curb, but I'm happy for him that he's really found a new life in Edmonton.
Yeah, Fajardo right now is less than 100 yards passing behind both Davis Alexander and Chad Kelly. So, I mean, he's having a great year there. You mentioned Vernon Adams in the mix, and VA has now done something that no other quarterback has done in the history of the Canadian Football League, and that is start a season with 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. And doing the game last week in Winnipeg, Calgary rolls in there. Dedrick Mills, who leads the league in rushing yards, is contained for the most part, and they still hang 50 on the Bombers. Second time Calgary's offense has scored 50 this year. They've scored at least 30 in 6 straight games. They've also allowed 30 in 6 straight games. But Vernon Adams Jr. is off to the best start of his career right now, and it's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Well, it is, because I feel like the kind of last kind of negative aspect of Vernon Adams' play as he's evolved from, over basically a decade in the Canadian Football League was the propensity to throw interceptions. In fact, I said this thing I say about Vernon Adams that in most times if a quarterback had a 4 or 5 interception game, and Vernon's had some of those, you would say, oh my God, he must have been terrible. Like from the whole game, you sound like 4 interceptions. But Vernon Adams would play games where if you took the 4 interceptions and cut them out of the tape and showed me the rest of the game, he played great.
Yeah.
Except for those 4 throws. Like it was odd. It wasn't, the 4 interceptions weren't indicative of what his play was like over the course of the game. And so you always had this sense of, man, if he could nip that habit, that propensity to kind of, spoil some really outstanding performances with multiple interceptions, I mean, he'd be a spectacular player. Well, he's done it. And look, there's an element of luck that goes into this. I think we've all watched him the last few weeks and seen a few passes land in the midst of players that that slip through. That's just, you don't go on a streak like this without having some of that. But I really think it's an amazing refinement of a guy who I say it was basically the only sort of blight on his ability as a quarterback the last few years was just the tendency to have multiple interception games. And remarkable start for him, and he really, really looks like he's kind of put it all together. It's just a reminder of how long it takes sometimes for guys to kind of get to that stage in their careers. If you think of all the places Vernon Adams has been and all the starts and false starts he's had and opportunities he's had taken away from him, and yet he's really kind of found his mark in Calgary.
Week 9 kicks off with an interesting one on Thursday from Winnipeg. The Bombers, as Dusty mentioned, getting 50 put on them at home there. Zach Claros seen throwing, not in equipment at practice. But then the BC Lions as well, 1-5. And we talked earlier in the week, like they're in a spot of bother here, obviously without Rourke and that record. What can you tell us as well about Caden Salter, who looks like he'll be making the start this week?
It's funny you should ask me what I can tell you about Caden Salter, because not a lot, but I just before you guys called me, I was just texting former CFL quarterback and head coach Kent Austin. Now, when I say I wasn't texting with him, I sent him a text and said, "Hey, you're on the staff with when Caden Salter was there at Liberty in 21 and 22. What can you tell me?" I'm on the panel Thursday night, so I'm doing some research here. Yeah. Doing some research, and I realized that Ken Austin and Caden Salter overlapped at Liberty. So I hope to be able to tell you a little bit more about him, by the time we get to Thursday night's broadcast after I connect with Ken Austin, hopefully. But, I just observation, very different style of quarterback than what you had in Chase Bryce.
Yeah.
And Chase Bryce had been there for a while, right? He's a guy who's been in BC's system, and he's basically had 2 games now because Nathan went out on the first series, of course, of the game 2 games ago. But there was just a different feel and rhythm to that offense when he went in, late in the fourth quarter. And I know that you always have to be cautious when somebody goes in at garbage time, or as Matt Dunnigan used to say, points after beatdown. Yeah. But that line, I have to give him credit. That's his line. You have to be kind of careful of that. But I'm not surprised that that they're going to go with him and try to give him an opportunity, see if they can pick up some of that rhythm that the offense had late in the game. But this is one of those games where it's like, who's more desperate? Like you got to feel like the thing is going to 1-6. Yeah, and you're going to get Nathan Rourke back at some time. But man, like who are you beating up on in the West? Like the West is going to beat up on itself a little bit just because of the nature. But I don't see, if you're trying to catch a team, who's going to lose 4 in a row in the West, which is kind of what you need to do if you're going to catch somebody from 1-6. So, look, BC Lions were a sexy pick for Grey Cup at the start of the year. I'm trying to remember who my Grey Cup pick was, but it very well may have been BC. They went on the road in the West Division final, lost on a final play. Had the league's MOP, added Sankey in defense this year and some other pieces. They certainly look primed for a team to be kind of an obvious favorite coming out of the gate here. But between the special teams play, some weakness on defense, Nathan going out, it's all kind of shockingly added up to this. But then in Winnipeg, the first Drew Brown game, the offense looked better than it had at any point this year.
Yeah,
they looked fantastic. And the last 2, not so much. I mean, talk about interceptions that you could have thrown in. I mean, how many plays did Ottawa have the ball in its hands? All they got to do is squeeze it and they win the game. And then he comes back with a 4 interception performance against Calgary. So, the ball security has been an issue the last couple of weeks. Now, from what I understand, the Bombers don't expect that Collaros will spend the full 6 game on the 6th game. This is game number 4. So, they may not have to play this all the way out with Drew Brown, but again, tough West Division. This is a real meaningful game here in late July.
Naylor, as always, man, we really appreciate it. Thanks for the time today.
Look forward to another good week of football, guys. Thanks for having me on.
There you go. That is Dave Naylor. He said he'll be on the panel on Thursday. The week will get started. BC Lions, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Just taking a look at our partners over at Play Alberta, the current spreads on these games. Bombers, 5.5 points at home against the Lions' third-string quarterback. It's kind of interesting.
But he also mentioned a team you're trying to track down the West. It might just, in fact, be the Bombers currently, right now. I mean,
it might not be
Calgary's
Calgary,
better than 3 and 4, so this is big game.
Another huge game there. And Bombers will be looking to bounce back. They're 1-3 at home.
Yeah.
So far this season.
Lions winless on the road.
The Montreal Alouettes yesterday were 5.5 point favorites against the Red Blacks. Huss and I were saying on Lock Shop yesterday that would have been the best number you were going to get on the Alouettes. It's moved to 7 already. Might still continue to go in that direction. Calgary's 5.5 point favorites going into the Hammer. And then no movement on this Elks Riders game. Well, a little bit of movement on the money line number, but no movement on the spread. It's still just sitting Elks -1 at home. So essentially a pick 'em. You can find all those numbers on the title sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk over at playalberta.ca. Download the Play Alberta app today. Who just came up those stairs for Hangouts? Who's that fist bump?
The Neff. Yes.
Oh, the Neff.
Oh, there he is, baby. Yes.
It's going to be an electric hangout.
Oh, that is
Who else
awesome.
is in there?
Maddie, Zach, and the Neff.
Oh, my God. What a trio.
Yeah.
If you listen on 95, the Neff is Hernan's nephew, big soccer guy.
Messi v. Ronaldo for 2 hours.
Probably the star of Nasty Bash 4, too.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like a good time. All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done at William Huff. They've been doing it since 1952, so you know they're awesome. You know they're really awesome. WilliamHuff.com. What are you looking at me for? Oh, the deal. Oh, my God.
Go into the wrap here. What did we learn on the show?
Okay, so a few things. Let me hit what I learned.
For sure.
Do you have the Clark Kent photo still? We learned.
Don't move.
Learned that with my new glasses, I look a little bit like Clark Kent. Oh, move my head a little bit this way. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, let's look one more time. No, I'm not going to move.
No, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not working.
Am I stuck now? I'm stuck on Clark Kent for the rest of the show.
Who can tell the difference?
There we go. Yeah. Anyway, we learned that I look a little bit like Clark Kent. And we also learned that there are some great categories coming in. And we've locked in Wednesday, August 5th. That's a week from tomorrow. Finally getting to the on-screen death draft. Here are some categories that have just rolled in so far. Funniest draft, or funniest death, saddest death, death that led to revenge, a murder scene, like multiple deaths in one scene, the most surprising death, an animal death, a killed by an animal death, I can't read what that one says. Cartoon death. Best way to die, best accidental death, and a character who should have died but didn't.
Wow.
These are strong categories already rolling in, and we'll get more. We'll probably determine a draft order tomorrow. It'll be myself, Trev, Reed, and Benny. And it should be a lot of fun. Of course, Benny's picks made by his father, Nate the Builder.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well have Nate the Builder come in and just hide behind his chair.
Why not?
Yeah. All right. Trev, what'd you learn today?
Well, I learned that you got new glasses, Dusty.
I did, yes. Thanks.
And they look tremendous.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. All right, buddy.
Well, I've learned that there's a deal to be made if you'd like to.
Okay. Hello, Maddie.
I chose dusting last night. You picked late and chose bathrooms. You then called me and wanted to explore a trade, and I said a meal. We've since gone into the
I said meal of your choice.
Subject of meal. And I said too, not just a happy meal, but an actual sit down, a meal where we dress up. We don't have to dress up. But
I might wear a button shirt.
You can wear shorts. I mean, whatever. I said I might put my hair in a bun, that type of thing. But I would like to go out with you for a meal. West Edmonton Malls.
No, give it to me.
Japanese Village.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bubba Gump for a second.
Well,
West Edmonton Mall, Japanese Village.
See, we could go to Mr. Mike's. We go to the Gumps. This is good for you.
No, I know.
I'm saying you sitting and people who've gone. You've been Japanese Village. We've done Japanese Village, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you go there, you sit. It's a communal thing, and then the cook does all this stuff. They toss things in the air and you catch them in your mouth and everything.
No, you don't catch them in your mouth.
You do.
But what if you miss it?
It doesn't matter. They'll send you another one. We could have a hot sake.
I've got a hot sake.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's at the mall. I mean, we could
maybe even go for beverage before somewhere.
But I think Japanese Village, because again, it's a menu that you wouldn't necessarily pick first, but there are things on the menu that I think you would get down with, and I think at the end of the day, at the end of the evening, you would have a quite enjoyable meal.
I'm going to have to make a reservation at this place.
We should get a reservation.
Okay.
We should do it up right.
So
properly.
it's a reso. We have to get a resi.
It doesn't have to be tomorrow, but I'm just saying we can do this down the line here. I mean, you pick the date whenever you're a busy man. So.
And then how much is this going to cost me? How much is a Japanese Village?
Oh, I mean, we don't need to order the top AAA Wagyu or anything like that. But
you got yourself a deal. Boom.
There it is.
This is good news for the office because I would have been horrible at bathrooms. You're so good at bathrooms.
Back at bathrooms, you're great at dusting.
I love dusting. I'm a big duster.
Sure.
I'm dusting all over the place.
Once. You just dusted once.
Yeah,
I dusted multiple times. You shut your mouth, Trev.
No.
All right, so I am trading you bathrooms and a full meal at Japanese Village for dusting.
Oh, you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm kind of excited.
We'll maybe even say it's your birthday or my birthday, and they'll do a little birthday song for us.
Japanese Village.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I also am nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
People, the menu. He'll find some.
You'll be
It's
good.
very. You don't have to have there's seafood options, but you don't have to do that.
No.
They have beef.
I would like
chicken.
I would like some sort of chicken or beef that has teriyaki sauce on it.
Sure.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, absolutely. And they have rice. You like rice?
Do they have rice?
Sure, absolutely.
I love rice.
Yeah. I'll eat your veg.
Oh, I'm gonna. Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind if it's broccoli. I like broccoli.
There you go.
Broccoli, especially.
See, you're bang in there.
Can I suggest broccoli with teriyaki sauce on it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You tell the chef, and they'll do whatever you want.
That's pretty good.
Couple jokes
as well. All right, let's get to your text of the day today. Let's go to Vance Van Vandervan. Not even sure we hit this on the show, but it ties in nicely because it is a Tombstone Tuesday today. Vance Van Vandervan. Me when the last call hit at the Nasty Bash. No.
You did get out the gun for free.
That was good, right? All right, congratulations, Vance Van Vandervan. That's going to go in the mix for text of the year. I think we got Elks tickets on the show tomorrow. That should be good.
Perfect.
Sound of the day today. Oh, I know what we do for sound of the day today, for sure. First of our NFL previews.
They say they have the best draft in the entire NFL. Are you surprised to hear that?
Certainly not. The first year we took it to the limit. And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
It's been 20 years since then. We haven't been too strong in the last few years.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules. You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
Nice to have that
Shout
again.
out to Marlon's Win song as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is
yeah.
busy, jam-packed.
Yeah, you know what?
for Tuesday.
We got a little bit of time here. We got a little bit of walking around room here. Marlins snap a 12-game losing streak, and they do it on a Monday.
Let's play ball, it's game day. We want strikeouts, base hits, double plays. Take the field, hear the roar of the crowd. Come on, Marlins, make us proud. Come on, Marlins, make us proud. Keep hoping and dreaming like you.
All right, so the deal. What a show. Legendary summer show here. We get the date set for the on-screen death draft. Good start on categories. And you get your meal. And I'm excited that the bathrooms here are going to be clean. When I got home yesterday, both Marshall and Muzz were like, Daddy, you can't do the bathrooms. You barely do the bathrooms around here. I was like, I know. So this is good news. This is good news for everybody
What's
involved.
the dusting like at your house?
I was just going to say
Actually,
that.
Marshall and Muzz do the dusting.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, we've got... we're going to get you back to music over on 95.7 Cruise FM. Van Halen is coming up next on 95.7. I don't know if you've heard of Van Halen.
Yeah, 90s grunge.
But Van Halen is coming up next over there. So get you back to great music over there. If you want entertainment and sports talk, static free throughout the day, hop on over, download Edmonton Sports Talk on the free iHeart radio app, TuneIn radio app. You can go to edmontonsportstalk.com, just click on the audio player. And of course, you can continue along on YouTube all day long. We got the Hangout coming up next. I'll be back with the Lock Shop at 11 for YouTube Trev, Lieutenant Eric, and we're off to Japanese Village.
So.
Oh, it's going to be a fun day. I'm Dustin Nielsen. Take it easy.